What's cracking? It's your homie Lil Mystery. You are now listening to the Emo Brown Podcast, the downest fool in Chula Vista since AC Slater, homie.
I met some vatos along the way, like Bonnie and Blanco from East LA. Some of them cruise, some cruise on by. Got a few homies I love till I die. From all of my homeboys I try to learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, and Caesar Torres the Third. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Metiche Monday, Emo Brown Podcast. Brought to you by the wonderful people who steal all of my pre-rolls. Every last one of them, actually, except this one. Grasshopper. For all your medicinal, recreational cannabis needs, make sure you take your card, you make it clack, get 15% back. Go in on a Tuesday, Barry, because you get 3 pre-rolls for $12. That's 12 George Washingtons. 3 for 12. Cruise in. Pay a visit to David. What's the young lady who works there who was our friend who helped us? Like Grace. Go play young Grace a visit. They'll give you service with a smile. Best dispensary in all of South Bay, dog.
Why do the two guys on the couch look like the most guilty culprits?
That's
the cancel couch.
That is the cancel couch, my friend. That is my cancel couch. Before we get canceled, this episode is also brought to you by Theo Bobby of the wonderful world of Tribal, the Tribal Click, since 1989. Things are going fine. He is actually going to head out with me tomorrow. We've been talking about going to hit up the range. Dude, we don't want to look silly on the golf course for the tournament, so he's going to come out, hang out, and hit some balls. We're going to pick his brain a little bit. You're more than welcome to come. I know Chicle wants to cruise out. But take your card over to the lower left. Make that card clack. Get 15% back, except on Pendleton's. Why, Barry?
Because you don't deserve it.
All right. Or they're out of season.
All right. Or they're wildly expensive.
Out of season, bro.
That too.
When's your birthday?
Doesn't matter.
No, really. When is it?
February 24th.
I'm going to get you a fucking Pendleton for your birthday.
Damn.
And by me, I mean collectively. Everyone's going to pitch in a little bit, and we're all going to get you a dope-ass
That's
fucking
the only way we can
Pendleton.
afford it.
I'll have one shirt that fits.
Yeah, that's all you need, bro.
it is.
Make sure you go down there, make that card clack. Don't be whack. Go down also to fucking 9.5. Arts and Rec. Both of them, 2-in-1, a combo deal. Get some shades, get some kicks. Just do it for fun. Get a lollipop, get in a lick.
What is going on?
That was a shout.
I feel like fucking, ¿cómo se llama el Dr. Seuss, bro?
I feel like you knew the ending on that one. There's the journey to get there was a little weird.
For all your shades, go and visit Mike Metcalf III. He'll take care of you. Arts and Rec at Barrio and Chula Vista, bro. Second to none, dude. All the things. I feel like now that I have some Air Jordans, I feel like I'm in a position where I can go in and visit a store of that caliber. This is my first pair like this, bro.
Bro, but you came correct with your first
Oh,
pair.
yeah. Like I used
Custom.
to, when I was a youngster, I say youngster now like I'm Justin, fool. Cuando fui un pinche paisita, un pinche plebe, un little mini plebe, I remember going to elementary school. I was in 4th grade, and we were on a dodgeball team.
I thought you say on a sick one.
We used to call it team ball. So a team ball at my school was Tiffany Elementary and Bonita. It was called team ball. We had teams, and our team name was the Air Knockers.
Is that how it's politically correct? The team ball?
I don't know.
Air knockers.
Air knockers.
The Air Knockers, because everyone on the team ball squad had Air Jordans. I was a product of Air Jordan 4s. Those still are and will continue to be my favorite Jordans of all of the time.
I could always tell in my high school who sold drugs because they were the ones rolling up with like the new pennies and the new Jordans, and all the other kids had the Pichi Payless shoes.
The last pair of legit kicks that I had were the Reebok Pump by Sean Kemp, dog.
Oh, man.
Those are my last
Did you order from East Bay on the little catalog?
we were in Seattle. We had family at the time in Seattle, and I remember going to like the fucking Kirkland Mall or whatever's up there, bro. We went to the mall, and I threw a little bitch fit, and now I see that fit. I see that same fit being thrown by my kids when they want something. I'm like, oh.
You about to buy some Reebok
Bro,
pumps?
so I bought some Reebok. My parents bought me some pumps. And even then, bro, like in the mid 80s, late 80s at best, they were like over $100, which is a lot of money for shoes, bro.
Yep.
So I bought them and they were cool. I figured never basketballed it up. I sucked.
But how often did you pump them up during
Every
the day?
morning, dog. Every morning, I'd slide into those fucking Sean Kempers and I just
Tight.
and I tighten them up.
Tight as fuck.
Bro, they were the best.
Teacher's like, pop quiz.
Blood pressure tester. Diabetes.
Anywho, this show is also brought to you by Albert Aguirre and Fabio Ortega. For all of your
group.
please hold for the Apprentice intro or the Law and Order. Look at
they sent me this.
This is the one that's been approved.
Yeah, they want to be.
Whether you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate, put your trust in our Thrust in Full Circle Group. Oh, they didn't add Thrust. I added that. No problem. I'm going to be buying a house probably in the next 2 years because my children are little gorillas just outgrowing our house. So I'm gonna go to them. So if I go
Are
to
they
them,
selling property in Guadalajara?
I hope so, bro. Never in my life have I wanted to go live in Guadalajara more than now, CC. I feel like it's time. I want my kids to be raised down there. I want to fucking be raised down there. The second half, the back nine of my life, I belong in Guadalajara,
Golf.
bro. I do. I belong down there. But if you're living in San Diego, reach out to the Full Circle Group. These fine gentlemen right here, they'll take care of all your real estate needs, Barry. Whatever you need, they got it for you.
Hey, real quick on the Alberto though, man. Albert.
You can call him Alberto.
Little Alberto.
Hey, I just want to give you a disclaimer. I feel like something's popping out of your right leg thigh area. You might want to.
Oh, look down at that section right there.
Oh my god.
The lower. That's not
I'm not.
We were an M17 rating on this one.
I'm
now.
gonna make eye contact with Caesar and call it a day.
Theo Bobby owns the lower left, but that lower right, dog. That's all you.
I love it. That was self-conscious.
Just like Florida.
Go ahead. What do you got?
No, but my man, he's wanting help those youngsters at Montgomery Elementary School. So him and his partner putting together 50 backpacks to be handing them out to the teachers tomorrow for first day of school.
Wow.
Principal's excited.
They're doing that tomorrow.
Principal. Yeah.
So why isn't he here to
awesome.
promote that?
I don't know. He might be coming a little bit later, talk in more
Closing
detail.
a big deal right now, dog.
Who's partner?
Fabio Ortega, Albert. So Albert, he's been telling me because I'm up his ass, dog. I'm telling him, hey, I know you're banging that South Bay drum heavy, but how about we start doing some South Bay things,
right.
And they well, how quick we forget that I sold over 1,000 tickets to the Easter event, and I said, I get it, fool, but that was in April. We're pushing.
Imagine if we were still talking about our first golf tournament.
Yeah, man. I said we got to be consistent with this thing. So I'm very excited that he is going to be doing that. He was telling me this weekend, he's like, I want to pop in. I want to talk about the backpacks that we're going to be. I said, good. Can't wait for that. Hopefully it comes in today and gets an opportunity to shout it out. Silk Cloud, Emo Brown, 30%. All of the things. Don't even worry, dog. They're going to be coming in. The Ruiz brothers will be coming in, I believe, next week to go over a couple things.
I just scooped up some of that new drop, man.
You are loyal to the soil, bro. Ese way, dog, he buys all the gear, and I like it. I just
He gets the Pendletons without the discount. That's
Do you
how
have to
low
wait
it
in
is.
line and shit? Like those type of drops?
Oh, no, man. Those days are gone, dog.
Oh, okay.
Those days are gone.
Caesar waiting in line.
I was just talking about this the other day con el pinche RJ.
Okay.
One of his guys, I guess, owns 4 Chiefs or 3 Chiefs. It's up in like LA. It's like this really hype brewery.
Yeah, it's the hype of hype breweries, right?
And he was asking me, he's like, did you ever get involved in shit like that? I'm like, dude, I remember going to Churchill's, it closing at 2 a.m, and then I would go outside and wait in line for the Churchill's finest hour the next day.
Well, don't worry. If you're entertained by beer news, boy, do we have something
Ooh,
for you.
do we?
Boy, do we have something up our sleeve for you. Say do for Brandon Hernandez, Mr. SD Beer News himself is going to be dropping some beer information. Mr. All Craft Beer San Diego. I remember waiting in line for fucking Pliny the Younger and anything that came out at Churchill's, bro. All that nerd shit. That was about it.
That was the only time you went to North County.
Dude, that was the only time I needed to. They had the greatest burgers. Bro, we used to go to breweries in industrial complexes.
Ay, cálmate tú.
Remember? It was like a concrete jungle.
Spell that word, dog.
Industrial. No, wait.
No,
INDUSTRIL.
Ay,
What's
amor,
up,
perro.
bro? And yeah, but no more. I feel like we'll talk about it. I want to know what the trends are of craft beer. Is craft beer even a thing anymore? You know, is it? I hope so, because I'm fucking knee deep in.
I rolled the fucking dice.
I hope it is, bro.
You got a whole new charge coming your way now.
Ben Compost Printing. Never forget, don't regret. Order your shirts with this guy, bro. He is awesome. Compost Printing. Ben Compost Printing for all of your needs. He's.
One more time.
If I don't say his name at least 5 times, he said he's going to pull the plug on the charity work that he does with Emo Brown.
Is that Costco? Is that like Costco Louis grounds right there? Remember that?
Man, remember? Oh, fuck. We'll get to your introduction. Relax. I did.
Is that blackmail?
Oh, I know, right? I did want to go into. We have 8 new members since last week, man. That's crazy. I don't know what you've been doing.
we've
out in the
been-
That means
streets,
we can get rid of
Jay.
it. Time to start making some cuts.
We've been punking.
We've been elevating our game. So there's 8 new members to the social club.
That's right.
Gazas, roll them here.
Dude, what did I do? I told you. I
I feel like one day I'm gonna say roll them here, and they're
You're gonna roll.
it's actually gonna happen.
was like, hey, Brittany, you're like, yeah, I got you.
I got you, bro. Did you not get them? They're in the Dropbox. Look at them.
We're going to do it in
here.
post.
Right there.
There's no post, man.
Ken Nibs. Can you see
That's
that?
our
Is?
boy,
You are
man.
now a 1-year subscriber, Ken
All
Nibs.
the way out in Idaho.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Who is that?
He
Idaho,
used to be
dude.
our general manager at Virgin in the Arbor in Little Italy.
There it is.
Yeah, man.
Virgin.
So he's
Turns out they're good
glad.
people.
Yeah, no, not all of them. You know, but most of them.
Pierre Brown. I know Pierre.
Hey.
That's the
Hey,
homie
man,
who
he
cycles
runs
with us,
deep,
man.
yeah.
They're a very high royalty South Bay family.
That's
Him and
his favorite
him and
person
wife,
'cause he rides a
Chris.
bike.
Darren, don't know who you are, but thank you for subscribing and being part of our Patreon membership, pushing us over 200 and something again.
Looking forward to getting to know you.
Leslie Ramirez. L-Ram in
You're
the
gonna do
streets.
Darren like
well
that?
done. Which one's Darren?
Darren Smith.
Is that Darren Smith?
Oh, is it? He don't say nothing. Just Darren.
You had me on his radio show.
Darren Smith. Probably the
Now
guy
we
in
know who
radio.
you are.
Probably the guy I look to the most in radio. He promised me.
Well, I'm not looking. You don't look at his name on the list.
He promised me a future in radio, dog.
you call
And then
him
I
up.
said,
And
no,
now
there's
it's
no
gone.
future in radio.
Are you
dog.
going to do the Spanish announcements in the morning for the border
Bienvenidos
crossing?
a 7060 Radio FM AM. No,
I feel
it's
like
gonna be
it's
on.
like the Titanic right now.
Dude, I was on his radio show, and it's a good fucking time, Cece. Don't worry.
That
You'll
studio's
get your moment to
gorgeous,
shine,
man.
Cece. I was on AM 760 Sports Radio here in San Diego with Darren Smith, Marty Coswell, and who is el J-Riff, bro? Con el compa
J-Riff.
J-Riff. I was ripping on him full.
Did you? Did you go in on J-Riff?
I went on J-Riff because he likes his physique because he wears Gap for kids, bro. He wore a shirt that was so tight. I was like, damn, fool. Like, let it breathe a little bit. Great setup, great sound,
Yeah,
great show. Their studio is
exceptional.
amazing. But they were complimenting what we do. So I was like, all right, cool.
That's easy to do.
It's real easy to do. Big fan of Darren Smith. Let me see. Yes, big fan of Darren Smith, dog. That's our guy. Leslie Ramirez. Hey. Jose Ruiz. Do we know this person too?
Leslie is Layla's friend, so I know that one.
Cool.
'Cause
Freddie Perez.
Nope.
No, all right. Hey, well, all of you, we love
Yeah.
you. Jesus Sevilla. Oh, that's
Mucho.
a cousin. Javier Bisbal.
A real one or just one they asked for a
The
discount?
name is Jesus Sevilla.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's a fucking cousin somewhere, bro. If we go further down the list, it's on and popping. Rate, review, subscribe. Do all of the things. Do what you need to do. Subscribe to YouTube. It's going off, but we need to do it better.
Yeah.
It's doing good. We're doing good. I started doing shorts.
Hey, can I ask him to like it right now?
Hey, guys, right now?
Right now. Just
All right.
hit
Go
the like.
on YouTube right now.
Or if you're on YouTube.
If you're on YouTube watching this stream right now, go
Just
on
like
there.
that.
Subscribe.
Close Pornhub for
All
a
right,
little bit.
subscribe because we're going to be having a lot more shorts. All of the video, we're consistent. Every Monday, we have a video that's 2 hours in length.
Hey, but you know what? You know about that? I was. Here we go. Here we go. I had a little bit of time to look at the analytics.
Here we
over
go.
on the-
Ídalo.
And dude,
I love those
fucking-
analytics.
fucking, I think it was like 70% stay on for
Yeah.
like 2 hours. Like it's pretty strong. Like
We just need to
we
get
don't
in
have,
there,
we don't have
man.
much drop off. Like usually I've seen shows like this long form. They're on for like 5 minutes and dropping.
should do a 6-hour show.
We hired Russian bots, and they are just streaming the whole
they're doing a
time.
great
They're just
job.
there, bro. They're just there. Subscribe. Get on there on YouTube. Do your thing. You guys really kill it on Spotify. We have a lot of subscribers on Spotify, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's fun.
Apple Podcasts, for some reason, well, not for some reason, they still hold it. They
they're
hold
the-
it down.
they're the
bro.
OGs.
They're the OGs. I think like 70% of all of our listens and streams are on Apple Podcasts. Remember, once upon a time, we were top 150 in the country of stream podcasts. I'm pretty sure we're still there. We just don't pay attention to that shit, Caesar.
That's right.
We do this for
Estamos en el YouTube ahora.
we do it for you, dog. We do it for you, dog. Before we go any further, Cece's getting bored. Let's shit.
Tripping off in your own fucking world.
What was I doing right now?
Oh my god.
I started singing to
Yeah,
myself.
just 1950 show tunes over
I think
there.
we're
started singing to us.
We're in dire need of introducing all of these hooligans that are on the episode today. So to my left is going to be Caesar. Welcome
Hey.
back, C.
¿Cómo estás,
Torres.
chulo?
Todo en orden. ¿Cómo has estado, cabrón?
Bien, bien,
Yeah?
gracias.
What brings you back? We got some good shit to break
You
today,
yelled
right?
at me?
I feel like you need to step your game up. At least in the podcast world. You know, we have
I've been busy, man.
Who hasn't? You're the fucking guy that's been busy.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. It's going to be a good show. We'll get into
Gracias.
it. We have Cesar Torres. We have Barry Gisbera III doing his thing.
Barishnikov.
Casas, what's cracking? He's back as always. We got set up rather quick today. That was
he did
impressive.
not look thrilled. Hey, guys.
He's like, yeah, we got set up.
Nothing,
This motherfucker said we.
You guys killed it.
nothing has changed since the last show you've been on, Caesar, where fucking Casas is just running around trying to put things together and in the last minute, and then we get on. Thank you for coming back, Casas. Cece's here. What's up, Cece? Our resident beer nerd. Good on you. Good on you. Yep. All right, then we got fucking Kiki, but we don't need that.
We need that. Look at all that.
Cece, what the hell are we drinking today?
Today we're having a strawberry limeade. It was my first time making it. It's pretty good. BJ has one without strawberry.
Why? What happens?
He's allergic.
Yeah.
Don't tell
We've gone
these
through
fools.
this before.
Yeah, maybe people are gonna throw strawberries through my car window now.
At your next show, we're just pelting you with strawberries.
I will die. It's manslaughter.
Let's do this.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Look at the
cheers,
multicam.
guys. I know.
Saludcitos.
It's been a while.
So what's in this
Caesar.
thing?
It's
Fucking horrible.
Oh man,
You
Mine's
don't like
awesome.
it?
It's delicious.
Horrible.
I like it.
It's the strawberries. Strawberries are terrible.
Okay, what is it?
Now I'm gonna throw one at you
It's
for
smeared
sure.
off lime,
Smeared off lime,
some sweet and sour triple sec,
Okay.
strawberry puree,
puree, and what else?
love.
Okay, well, let's see. Are we putting fondo hasta el suelo or what?
Fondo.
Okay, para arriba, para abajo, para centro y para adentro. Bien, vámonos.
Vamos.
You really don't like it, Steve? Oh, and there's soda water on top. Drink it out of the straw.
I like it. Bomb.
It's not bad. It's refreshing.
Super.
On hot days like this.
This fool can't drink anything without a tahine rim.
Yeah.
It's be a good golf drink.
I almost
weird.
did that. It actually is on our recipe
Oh,
book,
shit.
but I didn't feel like driving
Wait, has
over
it?
here.
Is the tahine thing like? You think it's done? I feel like it's done.
I don't think it's done. I
Jump
think
the
it's
shark
status
kind of
quo.
Wait. So you don't
It's
have tahine on
status
you at all
quo.
times?
No.
I always got a bottle in the car.
I have little ones in the car.
And Valentina.
Yeah. Not Valentina. I don't.
It's the best hot sauce.
Oh,
What about Valentina?
It's the 1-2
black?
combo.
I agree. I
Which
think that's
one?
the
The,
best hot
the
sauce.
black Valentina.
Yeah, that was
that's
good.
for
It's
seafood, bro.
supposedly
Oh, that's
extra
what I'm-
spicy,
I
but I,
can't
don't
afford
think
that,
it is.
Casas.
Yeah, that's not bottom shelf shopping, dog. You're reaching on the top shelf for that fucking.
They have to unlock that little cabinet to get that stuff out for him,
You
dude.
said that's for seafood pretty confidently. Is that like a true statement? Is that?
Fucking, dude, I went to Walmart. It's a pain in the ass, bro. Because there's no Walmarts where I live.
Okay.
So I don't know why. I don't know
I
why.
have to drive 10 miles.
No,
Jesus
that's nothing to do.
Christ.
So I haven't gone in a long time.
Hey, full time out. That was a firme moment right there.
I know. Congratulations, Eric.
Casas with his first firme moment of
Damn,
the
we're like
week,
10
dog.
minutes in and we're already filming.
Jesus Christ, yeah, Caesar.
But fuck, dude, they lock everything up, like everything.
Why?
Oh, did you go to the one off market?
Dude, I forget. But it's just
That's the one that literally
hand-
everything is locked
deodorant,
up.
like everything.
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
Everything took me like 45 minutes. Like,
Dude, always respected, always firme. Casas. Dropping tip.
I don't live near Walmart.
There's not a Walmart or a liquor store in anywhere where I live.
no, hella liquor
So here we
stores.
go. Cheers to Firme for always getting our back and everything we do.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Firme. You get down. Hell yeah. There it is. It's a great strawberry limeade. I don't know if I'd order it. It's better than the toy boat that you made for us a couple of weeks ago.
No
That was also
way.
delicious.
The toy boat was so bomb.
Okay, but this one's better.
We're
The
allowed to
grape
have
thing- the
different
grape thing
tastes.
was bomb.
Oh, that grape
the
one was.
Kool-Aid.
Oh, the
fucking
South Bay lean?
amazing. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right, correct. The South Bay Lean rules supreme. South Bay Lean
Ooh,
That was
second
really
to
good.
none.
God, what's up, Dr. Seuss?
South Bay Lean reigns
Maybe we should
supreme.
do like a series of South Bay Lean. Like we had grape
trademark
last
that.
week. We could start doing different flavors like black
Ooh,
cherry.
green apple?
Ooh,
Okay.
green.
Ooh,
They have
God,
a
of
green
course
apple
the white
Kool-Aid.
guy would say green
mango.
apple.
I think they do.
I say mango.
Don't
mango
say
all
green
the
apple
way.
in front of Lexi. She'll go-
What happened?
She'll show up. She'll show up right now.
She's at a baby bash
She loves
concert,
that.
fool. She's not coming. Thank you for that, CC. The Elwood. I heard today it's popping off at the Elwood again. We're bringing something back.
Man.
Yeah,
we
Black
are.
Ass is playing again.
ahead.
Triumphant return.
He's gonna be spinning vinyls tonight for industry nights. There's gonna be industry specials.
I bet that's not the only thing he's going to be spinning.
What does that mean?
I don't even know
What
what
does
that
that
means.
even mean? Okay, so anyways, it's gonna be Ryder and Cassie behind the bar, and it's gonna be a fun night.
Oh, we could go meet Ryder.
Ryder.
Have you never met
I'm not-
Ryder?
all I know is the stories.
I thought we're not allowed to have two white people in the same room.
Well, that's
Yeah, we're-
correct. But if Elwood was hiring, like, you would be a secondary rider. You are, second. What is it? Bizarro World rider. What's going on in the world of Three Punk Ales, Geeky?
Well, we had a
Damn,
hotel.
again,
Well-
you want to start again?
Surprise, guys.
You need to
I
switch
love
to
my
cocaine
job.
or something, dude. You need to get this shit up.
Hey, Kiki, what's going on in the wonderful world of Three Punk Ales?
Well, shit, dog. Today,
Lowe's
Learned up to chill.
Get him a pistol. Get him a pistol. And let's
Damn,
try
dog.
again. Let's try for the third time.
Big breath.
Let's see if
Big
this
breath.
works. Jesus Christ, man. Let me sip this limeade. Breathe in, breathe out. Ladies and gentlemen, Kiki here with our weekly update.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on in the wonderful world of Three Punk Ales, Kiki?
well, this weekend, bro.
That's the best one. Well, let me tell you.
Nah, man.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah, over the weekend we competed at OTO.
What
Yeah,
did
you
we
did.
did we win?
Well, apparently we moved on to next weekend.
That doesn't seem very confident.
No, bro.
We only
got,
have to pay $100 more.
Nah, so we got first round buys and shit, and then we had to play the people afterwards. Emo Brown, we scored a few runs, but we lost both games.
That's not a good stat line. We scored a few runs. You played 3 games, bro.
Yeah. That sounds
How
like
do you-
the
That's one per
hockey
game.
stats.
Well, bro, the shit's harder than I think, especially me
Or
when
maybe
I
the
hit.
team is whack.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, good job.
I mean, we had Samson and Homar playing on the Emo Brown team.
best player on
One
the field.
third of the,
On the
softball
field?
team.
It's
The other
probably me.
team.
You guys were the, best team.
No. On the field, like the other team was like breaking, bro.
But what
It's
about you
'cause,
guys?
Like us, like on the field, it was me hitting. It was probably between Samson and Javi.
Damn, dog. Little known fact: I've missed 5 games in softball this season. I still lead the team in hits. It's unreal, bro. It's unreal. But we're coming back tomorrow, right? We're doing it tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're going
we'll be
softball
there
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Damn, I think we've only won like 2 games, bro. We got to come back these last 3 games and finish like champions. What do you got for me, Little Italy? What's going on?
Well, so we're dry hopping Third Avenue, Third Avenue IPA this today actually.
I used to do that when I was a kid.
Then
Damn, Casas.
He set up quick today. Look at him.
It's Pericasa's moment.
He just whispers everything into the mic.
Gonna need some more feedback.
Backs away.
we're releasing the new batch of Flama this week.
Oh,
Nice.
releasing.
And then we're also doing the brew for the Italian Pilsner, which will only be available at Little Italy.
We're only doing it a Little Italy? All
Little
right,
Italy.
ladies and
And what's it
gentlemen.
gonna be called? This?
Well, it's good. We've gotten on the border of getting like, hey, maybe don't name that beer that. You know, like we've had a few. What was it?
Wait, what was it? What's the name?
Morning After Pills was something we got a lot of pushback
That was
from.
my favorite one when I started coming to 3 Punt.
Yeah, well,
actually.
So what's
there's
this one
no
called?
shock
Right?
there, BJ.
It was a different time.
we were different people.
There was a beer style called a Wit, Belgian Wit, and Mexican guys. We thought it would be funny. We call it Wit Privilege.
Another banger.
Pushback on that.
That's good.
And this
a
one's
great
called
one.
Dry Hopping?
No, this one is called
Dry hopping.
This one is called Don Fanucci Italian Pilsner. Bro. This one's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. So this is only gonna be available up there.
Yeah. only
Can I
right.
still order it with a hand gesture now?
You
or-
can. You can just order. You come up, you order like this, you get it for $5 a pint.
Oh yeah.
You'd be like, what can I get you?
The Don Fanucci.
And that's a wrap.
And how much is it usually?
$5.
$6 or $7,
gonna have-
right?
Okay, so it's actually
Normally it's 4.
you have to pay more.
They double it for the
It
racism.
depends. It depends. Would you like it with status quo chamoy and tajin? Or would you just like it, tú sabes, virgen?
Is that the Italian way?
You know? Así el pelo. So yeah,
Should be
we're
like
excited. Just
Parmesan
on
and, like,
Friday,
spaghetti sauce or something.
our 30-day notice of ABC application, woo-woo stuff, all of that finally came to fruition. It expired, so I think we're...
Did anyone complain?
I'm gonna find out today. I've been looking at my emails to make
I've been
sure.
complaining for weeks.
Nobody listens, bro. Nobody listens. You're
I
white.
mean, they're
You're a white guy from the South Bay.
pros
Nobody
over there.
listens.
I'm surprised I'm even on this.
So yeah, at the 30-day max is passed, so now we're waiting for an email. I think everything's going to be good. We have painters there right now painting it up. We have the muralists coming in either this Friday or next week, and they're going to be putting up murals. Chicle is part of that squad. We also have glassware being ordered. CZ, oh man. We had that interview on you had those interviews set up on Friday.
Yeah.
For all of the staff that you hired. What do you think?
She's
I'm
so proud of him.
So proud. This is gonna be an A team.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Damn. Are we rolling up in a black van with an A on it?
It's just
Damn, that's
I
how
always
old I
have-
am.
Fuck.
That's how old I am.
Which one
I'm
would
getting
you
the
do?
food.
Yeah, Baracus.
I always get these feelings when everything aligns, and I know for a fact I'm like, this one's good, and so I feel that way about the entire team this time around.
I mean, when I sat down Friday with you guys at the Elwood, the first thing that out of Luis's mouth was, "Bro, we nailed it."
Yeah.
He's like, out of 7 people, we saw 6 of them, and we could have hired the 7th one in a perfect world.
It was awesome. I mean, I know how you interview. You know, I know how everything goes down. You're
I
very
railroad?
Yeah, you're laid. No. You're very laid
What's that
back.
move?
You're very laid back. You build a rapport. You're going back and forth with the candidate,
Going
and,
for the
and
kill,
just
yeah.
and then just kind of like alluding to different experience on the resume, and then you just kind of like sneak in. Well, what do you think about this? How do we feel about that?
Yeah.
Are we gonna do this? And everybody that I was there for, I was like,
Yeah, everyone
is
was so
nice.
cool. My biggest thing is like I would rather them initially try to get. I want to tell about you, and I want to tell about me and Luis, and get them to know me and see if the relationship is cyclical. If they're just like,
I don't even know what that means.
I want both of us to get to know each other. I don't want just
okay.
an interrogation on them and like, why do you want to work at 3 Punks? Instead, I just want to be like, you get high? You like the Dodgers? No, I'm just kidding. I knew that. Just, come on,
Do you
get
like
out.
rum sealskin?
I have a belly button.
I'm very excited for the staff that you have procured at first sight and just listening. There was one dude I was really excited about getting to meet. I was at the
Kyle. You didn't get to meet
I didn't get to
Kyle.
meet him. I was at the Darren Smith show, so I
Yeah.
didn't. By the time I
Darren
got
who?
down, he was
This
gone.
time, you know it?
Yes.
All right.
By the time I came back, he was gone. But I hear nothing but great things from secondary parties who know him.
Yeah.
So
Guy knows a lot of people.
Yeah, they kept hitting me up saying, "Oh my God, you hired Kyle?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I guess I didn't see him, but
Better watch your drywall.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Excited."
I'm so excited.
Tentatively set up for the first week of August. I mean, that'll all come to light a little clearer this week as things become to unfurl themselves. Little Italy. 3 Punk Ales. It's coming. It's
Ready,
a thing.
baby.
It's coming
It's a thing.
correct,
And the Third Avenue in Little Italy, it's like, oh my God, look at this little Mexican guy all grown up doing things. I see people punching air. Good.
Right.
You just hired him.
Nice, man. Exciting. Thank you, Kiki. I'm sure you have to go work the brewery, so please skedaddle. Thank you very much. I learned how to, I skedaddled somebody. I sent a text to somebody and I used the word skedaddle. It was to Karen. And I was like, because every time I talk to Karen, I do it like a skedaddle. And SKEDADDLE. That's how you spell skedaddle. J-Clip, go ahead. Tell us why you're here.
What's up, man? Hold on.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Shit started working, man.
Here we go.
All right, there we are.
There it is. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? J-Clip.
Look at the baby face again.
Jay
dog.
Hips. Look at those things.
What's up, man?
I know where he's hiding his mustache now.
What?
I don't think I want to know that.
Yeah, these are short, huh? Shit, my bad.
Go ahead.
I'll join you.
Yo, last week, man.
What happened?
We had a great time last week, last Monday. We had an opportunity to give out and meet the scholars and their families and just kind of vibe and connect with them.
Look at that. Gazas holding it down for another event here at Emo Brown headquarters. These are the lovely families and recipients of the 2023 Emo Brown Scholar. Who's that lovely guy?
Look at that
Of the
guy.
2023 Emo Brown Scholarship Community Give Back.
Yeah.
We brought our lovely partners with us, man.
Yeah, that was
it was
sweet.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was a great time. Tell us more.
I'll just say that's probably my favorite time that I can look back on our time together as a group. That moment in time was awesome, man. Those families, their parents, their brothers, their sisters, their friends, everyone was just so excited to be in the space.
Yep.
I felt like everyone just felt very comfortable. And then to hear the stories of these youngsters was really nice. You know, because let's not forget, like, we didn't know who they were going
all.
into this. We just knew them as an assigned number.
Yes.
Right? We went through all the applications and boom, boom, boom. So
Well,
we
we
were able to
thought
put faces.
apparently Chicle knew somebody on the list. It's like,
He
Well, we
advocated.
technically all did.
Well, once we saw it, we're like,
yeah.
oh wow. So yeah, a little transparency.
Yeah.
So we received over 40
Yeah.
applications for 10 slots, and we just Profe took it upon himself to number them, all of them, right? And when we sat down and were given the 40 applications, we had to come prepared for our monthly meeting rather. With our top 10.
Right.
And all we had were numbers. So we went down chronologically. Who had number 1? Okay, pop. And we just kept notes, kept track. And by the end of the 40, we grabbed the top 10. The top 8 or top 7 were easy.
Easy. We
it was
all picked those ones.
We all seemed to be on the same page for the first 7 recipients of the
Right.
scholarship. And then it got interesting. Then we had 3 that we had to choose from. So we went through, reviewed, ultimately came up with the 3. Had the 10. Those nameless resumes, applications were then reached out to by Profe, and then we came. And on Monday we gave out the checks. Bangin' Benny's came out and provided the catering services.
yeah,
good job.
Boy, was that awesome! It was good.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at Chicle. He talks with his hands.
This
bro.
was my favorite part, man.
If
The
Chicle
mosh
had no
pit?
hands, I don't know how he would communicate. Real talk. Caesar, on the other hand, they're in his pocket. That's my favorite dude right there. If I was gonna bet money, like on fucking just taking it to the next level with us, he's grounded, bro.
man.
All of these applicants and winners are dope.
Yeah.
Different walks of life, different backstories. But look at that, man. It was just awesome. That was a great idea that you and Chicle had to bring them on the circle
Yeah.
and just kind of share their experiences with us.
Yeah, I love seeing them there, man, because, they're all nervous, right? They're all
Right.
nervous. They didn't really know each other. We were telling them from the onset, like, yo, we're going to have you go up and speak in front of the audience and kind of tell your whole thing. And they're all scared shitless, like, fuck, I don't want to go up in front of all these folks, right? So
Yeah.
to pull them into that space, let them build their own little community, we did good, man.
And I think once Homeboy broke the circle, like with his story
Yes.
right away, it got so much easier and so much more comfortable for everybody after him, man. And
Yeah.
like that was dope to make that connection not only amongst us and them and let them know that we have their backs moving forward, but that amongst each other they needed to develop a rapport and understand that we're in this for the long haul with them. And that was
real.
immense difference.
Doing things.
Yeah.
Doing good in the hood. That day we really legitimately lived up to the our little tagline. It was awesome. It was great. Thank you. Congratulations, Caesar. Congratulations, Justin. You guys really killed it.
You stay.
Some further transparency I
Yeah,
feel we
yeah,
need
yeah.
to touch on. Go ahead, Jacob.
Well, no, man. I mean, look, first of all, the positive is that not only did we pull it off in our own space, right? Like, I love knowing that we can do things in-house. We have our new board member, Aisha, killing it and just being prepared and seeing all the details, like really complimenting the process. So everything about that was beautiful. I love how we modified our process for this numbering system.
Yes.
But within that numbering system, a mistake was made. A very, very unfortunate mistake was made where we informed 3 applicants that they won when it turns out they weren't the winners. It was a mistake of their phone numbers on our data system.
Profit.
It's collective. It's collective.
No, it wasn't collective. It was Profit, but let's keep going.
The guy with the glasses.
Who after ruining
So fucked up.
after ruining 3 kids' life is back at school
But this
today.
is what's awesome.
Yes.
So we were able to, as a team, correct the situation, the error.
Absolutely, yeah,
So we reached out to those 3 recipients that were erroneously informed of winning, and were able to provide a monetary compensation. So nobody goes away empty-handed. Everyone's a winner on the Emo Brown Foundation. Well, not everybody, because it was 13 minus 40. 27 people didn't win, but come back again next year because we're gonna run it back.
Yeah, man.
That's still awesome. Though.
We
That's still fucking
did it right, bro.
No,
we
we
reached out. You know, we're going to be meeting with them and their families and their guardians.
We
Just
better have
explaining
reached
it,
out. I
right?
work with one of the erroneous recipients' brothers.
You heard about it.
And that dude was in my ear. He's like, "Oh man, this
Canceled
is
his membership
Yeah, this is
and
the
then brought it
membership
back."
canceled. This is a black guy on the Emo Brown Foundation, and woo woo. And then Profe got an earful via text as well.
Yeah.
So an eyeful. I'm like, "Hey man, you guys got to be better. You got to do it like
That's a lot.
this. You got to do it like that." And you know what? We did. Mistakes happen.
Yeah.
3 mistakes. 3 people that weren't winners are now winners. They were always winners.
Yeah, maybe they're not mistakes. Maybe it's an opportunity to keep blessing.
Barry,
Bailalo.
speak when it's your turn, Barry.
I'm sorry.
I like what you're throwing
Justin
out there.
just channeled me, dude. I don't know. That just came right. It's the mustache.
You say mistake, I say Barry.
Oh man.
Nah, it was awesome.
More of an accident, really.
Awesome. What else we got coming up, brother?
Oh, that's it, man. I mean, we got things. Actually, we have this Wednesday happening. Thank you, dog. We have this Wednesday happening. We have our men's circle, the second men's circle we've had. We had one last month at Vision Culture. We had a great show up of community folk. You know, there was like, I don't know, 25 plus in that space.
The room was full.
I probably knew a quarter to half, right? So there's a lot of new faces. Well, from everyone just being enthusiastic about that experience, we're looking to do it here at our location to house more folks. So this Wednesday, man, 5:30, we'll be meeting up at the warehouse. It's an open invitation to those that are men out there that want to come into a space. Now, here's the deal. Everyone always asks, like, what is it? You know, what is it? And to be honest with you, it's kind of one of those things you have to be there to experience. But what happens in
Ayahuasca.
that space?
We'll be doing ayahuasca.
No, wait. I'll cancel my RSVP, dog. I'm not ready for that.
No.
I'll
But
cancel my work. I'll go.
I think now that precedent has been established in the last one, what you'll see in this one is there'll probably be a little bit of people showing up, what up, introducing, dabbing it up, whatnot. And then from there, depending on the size, we'll probably break into 2 to 3 different smaller groups where everyone can have an opportunity to, like, you know, throw their 2 cents in. And in essence, what it is just an opportunity to empty your cup. Whatever is on your mind, whatever is on your heart, to be able to say it in a concise way.
Yeah,
where
despite
others can hear
Cece
it.
rolling her eyes, it's really important for
If
men.
Cece's not involved, bro, I've noticed.
I'm working.
Over the I
Sorry.
don't know what on that Jolly Rancher. That's what are you doing? Anything's like shit. All I hear is like men's club, and then I just see Cece going.
You would have thought after attending Monday Night Scott. No, she didn't. She just promised to be.
she's just
here.
heard
Anyways,
8 men, 1
I
cup.
was tired.
Oh wow. Well,
You're the one that's tired. Our bad.
okay. Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
I guess
was
those
so
kids
tired.
are going to be tired moving forward in life.
Oh, J-Clip, we are having an RSVP link.
There's a link out there. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
going to see it posted by a lot of folks.
Live, Vision Culture.
Yes.
It's on our
The foundation
link
page,
tree.
the
Yep.
Emo Brown page. Everyone's posting it. I'm gonna be here because
Oh,
it's
that's
here.
dope, man.
Because it's here.
That's dope.
I don't want to RSVP because I don't want to take somebody's space. I know it's limited space, but I'll be here just to kind of.
What's the limit?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Master P
I don't think there
probably.
is
kinda
now.
wanna know
We got a lot of
Yeah.
space here.
That's why we moved
All
it
are
here.
welcome, son. All
Yeah.
are welcome. Yeah.
Unlimited men, 1 cup.
Electricians,
Electricians.
Well, everyone's welcome.
We want a plumber.
Stay away from the panels, please.
All of a sudden.
It'll be
be a
in
good
the
time.
warehouse portion, not the.
Yes, not in here. Not in here. It'll be
Unlimited.
awesome. I'm excited because I knew how much last month's was a success.
Yeah.
And people kept raving about it and telling me, what'd you think? I was like, I don't know, I didn't go. I don't know what it's about.
Yeah.
But if it's a cult, bro, I'm walking out.
It's super culty, dog.
I'm turning around. I'm gonna take my pair of black Cortez and walk right out, bro.
Heaven's Gate.
All right, I was trying to see, just throwing the line out there. J Clip, I know you gotta go.
All right, brother.
Thank you for coming in.
Cool.
Love you.
y'all.
Go
Peace.
ahead.
Appreciate
Apparently,
you.
the
Love
cancel
you, J-Clip.
couch requires short shorts to be part of that couch. Because right next
Yeah,
to
we
him
gotta
is-
get a wash.
I
too.
know, bro. The compa,
We're getting one strike at
the
least.
compa Los. We're giving love back.
Does
You know what
everybody
we
leave
do?
their phone when they leave, or what happens?
On Mondays, we give love. Local Love Monday. Local Love Monday, as we saw last week, it brought in Tony Bourdain's El Corazón de Torta.
El vato.
We also brought in the homie Mikey from CV Water Sports. we still
did.
got to do those things. We got to go out and paddleboard. And,
I'm so
and-
excited.
We're meeting with him on Wednesday, so he's gonna be part of the golf tournament.
Perfect. It's a beautiful time when we bring pickles.
Aye.
Bring pickles. When we bring people on the couch and they tell us about their business. Los, today is no different. Tell me a little bit about your business. Where are you located? What's the word?
Hey guys, I'm Los.
Hi, Los.
Hey, what up?
Pretend that's a drink and flip it towards
And you know what's crazy with these headphones?
There
it
you
feels,
go.
Like we're yelling at you, huh?
I'm in some space. I like it.
All right, cool. Cool story.
I
You're
own
in
a
the fish
barber
tank.
shop. It's men's grooming. It's about instilling life into men and bringing men old school. You know,
dog, that's
back
crazy.
like the old school way. It's very simple. At the same time, you're very deserving as a man. You work hard.
Time out,
my
dog. There's a
God.
lot of man love going on. We're going to get canceled with all this man love, bro.
Oh, wow, look
Jesus
at Cece.
Christ.
Just
Well,
way to
it's
be,
necessary.
way to be
It's
an ally.
necessary.
So tired from rolling right now.
Women got their girlfriends telling them and
There it
highlighting
is.
them all the time, shining them all the time.
The views expressed by Otterstop's owner, Los Alonso, do not directly reflect. reflect the
Yeah,
views
neither
of
does
this
our
one.
speech.
Jesus Christ, bro. Have at it.
And so we have a space up in Imperial Collab, and everyone's welcome, family oriented,
Very much
multicultural. We like to be in service of anyone that walks in. So you're welcome to come. We're growing, and it's a beautiful thing.
Big fan. I mean, you are what? I have two barbers. I don't know if that's a faux pas on my part. I don't know if that's
No, it's
allowed.
all love. There's
It's
plenty
all
of
love.
hair to go
I
around.
have
It's
two
all love.
barbers.
We do.
He is one of my barbers. I actually went to go get a haircut earlier in the day with a compa Oliver.
Because you're getting presentable.
I told him my thing is make me presentable, and then he read me your text, make me pretty. I was like, damn, you have two tough tasks this week, my friend. Two tall tasks asking. This is Otterstop, though.
That's right.
Look at my boy Otterstop. He comes in on Mondays when available, and he chops hair up here.
Yeah.
We're gonna rekindle.
Look at the homie. Look at the homie.
He's
Look
the
at
first man to trim my eyebrows.
Oh, look at that.
That's my nephew right there, Johan.
All right, Johan.
He just came
knows
back from
what's up,
Guadalajara.
dog.
that.
Damn, you gave him that Guadalajara buzz.
He looks different when he pitched for the Twins.
Yeah.
Johan Santana.
He's a handsome boy right there.
So we're going to be putting up a link on a weekly basis or the contingent on when Los is available to do
Right.
this. So when Los is available, he comes in and we put out a list, I think, of 4 or 5 spaces, slots that you can come in and get a haircut. We'll promote it throughout the week. You come in, sign it, and you can get your haircut here at the warehouse. Wait, why? Why would that even be a thing?
It's the
I don't know.
coolest place to get a
'Cause
haircut,
People
that's why.
people enjoy that. You know,
Yeah.
when we have beer here, you can have beer. You know, you get to hang out and watch the show. A lot of people, for some reason, want to do that. So, like, by all means, it's kind of an experience. Cruise through. Los is here.
He puts on Emo Brown at the.
Oh yeah, you'll be have like we're gonna have a camera out in the warehouse. You know, there's a camera. Los is gonna be chopping you up, conducting an interview, probably with the person who's on the chair while we're talking over here. It's a good time, man, and we're just trying to do things a little different, all at the same time, elevating local businesses.
Right.
Elevating local businesses.
That's what we're here for.
Talk to me about UPS, because
Yeah,
little known
so-
fact, you are also
Yeah,
a
that's
UPSer.
why it's kind of monetary on when I could come here on Mondays because of UPS. So I'm on a similar boat as you. We're kind of going through all the contract negotiations and learning as we go and what we're pushing for all our members, not only members, but in reality, all of laborers. Because if UPS and the Teamsters ratify a good contract, that means that everyone else in the industry is going to be getting paid better, living better, having more time with their families, and actually getting great health care. So this is a big deal.
340,000 employees are ready and poised and just itching to go on strike on August 1st if the contract isn't ratified, if UPS doesn't do the right thing.
Yes.
That would be the largest workforce labor stoppage. Lager, dog. It's like a lighter. It's like a lighter. It'll be the largest labor stop in the history of the U.S.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And a lot of people think it's just about money. Yes, it has to be about money because record profits through the last couple of years.
110 billion.
And it's still going bigger. It's not stopping. It's not going away. And a lot of the labor is done by us. But At the same time, it's also within the work establishment, the safety regulations, the things that they need to provide for us as employees. Per se, if you're a lady working at UPS, they need to now provide a safe place at a good temperatures to go if you need to relax. And a male too, if you need to go to the bathroom, they need to even provide that. So there's a lot of little things that have protection with time over work, and then you have to compensate us when they mess up time cards. I've had a buddy of mine work at UPS. He left because UPS was getting their time card wrong. He was there for 8 months. They got it wrong the whole time.
It's actually not. It's not an isolated incident. That happens a lot.
It happens a lot. So now they're having to pay almost triple the pay that they messed up on.
Any mistake you find on your pay card, it's a 4-hour tax.
Yes.
Like you get a 4-hour
tax. Driver's
on
automatic
your
8. Yeah. So there's a lot of little things that have to do with the cost of living is going to go up because that's just what it is. We live in San Diego. I think it's like the number 1 or 2 most expensive city to live in. So this is a big contract for everybody, not just the Teamsters, for everybody to stop corporate greed.
It sets the precedent moving forward for other laborers.
It does.
We are a large labor force.
Yes.
Bro. Through COVID, we were here.
Carlos, does UPS provide you the dog treats, or you have to go out of pocket on those?
See, so that's what makes UPS different, right?
No, but
that's what makes UPS different because I actually
that's a valid question.
It is because I actually take it serious. It's my career. Like when I show up to my customer's house, you know me. You trust me. Your dogs love me. Your kids are cool with me. Like everybody knows me. I'm not the cat that comes at Amazon or FedEx or whoever just drops it and leaves
for no reason.
For no reason. Hey, I'm brown to the bone, baby. I'm brown to the bone.
This guy, seen him. He treats the
someone
he teaches
finished
the
his
dogs new
strawberry
tricks.
Yeah, I swear I train these dogs on route. And it's lovely. It's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing. So it's part of the job, So. They don't pay for it. I pay for it, but I get good tips at the end of the year. They give me tips to buy those treats, so that's how it goes.
Our
Rancho Santa Fe must be nice, bro.
Our customers value the service that UPS provides. So what is the main topic of contention with the Teamsters and UPS is that they don't value the service that we provide to our customers. How do they value it? Well, ratify the fucking contract. Give people who work there a living wage. I'm a part-timer, dog.
Yeah, so it's big for you.
Yeah,
it's huge for you.
This is the main argument point. It
is one of the last argument points. It's not the main one. There's a lot of articles that got changed.
Yeah.
I want to say over 100 articles got changed in our favor because they weren't doing what they needed to. They were just collecting.
I'm there. I have a job. I have multiple jobs. I run a few things, so it's not like as detrimental for me as it would be for somebody who's younger, who has a young family of their own, and they're trying to come up.
Yes.
This is their main source of income, and we're getting paid ugats. Sorry, I'm getting
they're having to have 2 or 3 jobs just to make them ends meet.
Yeah. And they did me dirty.
Oh.
They did me dirty.
They did. Let's talk about that.
They made a video of me about a year ago, and where they highlighted everything I do, and I have nothing but positive things to say up until that point about UPS. They provided me an opportunity to bridge the gap between careers of being in banking and opening the brewery and opening the bar. I needed a job that would provide benefits and insurance for my family. To this day, still, that is my main objective at UPS. The check that I get definitely offsets certain costs in my household. But in no way does that actually help provide for my family, dog.
Yeah.
I would not be able to make a living on what is being offered right now. Yeah. Most people that work in my position don't work 3 hours at all right now. Obviously UPS has tightened those budget strings ridiculously, and they're not giving anybody any hours. So they made a video last year, and I sang their praises because I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm happy to be a UPSer. I love working at UPS. It's provided health insurance for my family. They used that video and they dropped it last week. At the right at the beginning of the shitstorm of Teamsters and UPS going to war, going to battle, and they used me as like a pawn, tool, like a pawn.
Propaganda.
Yeah, it was propaganda. So I had to come out and defend what we were doing at 3 Punk Ales because we were like, oh, this, and I was like, yo, don't get it twisted. I work part-time at UPS. I'm still there every day. I'm doing this for the benefits, and then I feel like people are like, oh, all right, cool, one of us, because I got those questions like, well, you're selling out, you're part of them. I was like, bro, really? I work fucking 3 hours a day right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of propaganda going on. They're saying they're paying them $20 when they're not. Yeah. They're getting paid minimum wage. Yeah. And by the time they're there for 10 years, they're barely going up a little bit by a little bit.
I'm excited to see how this plays out, though. I can't wait.
I can't wait to be at the
picket line and doing our thing and just.
I'll go there with my clippers and I'll cut everybody up while we're picketing. It's not.
We don't need violence. We don't need violence.
Slicing the wigs.
The other kind.
You mean giving haircuts?
Giving haircuts on the line. Make sure you're sharp.
Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a battleground. Just this morning, the head Teamster, the president of the Teamsters, O'Brien. Sean O'Brien, am I tripping?
No,
Sean O'Brien?
Sean
Definitely O'Brien, the head honcho of the Teamsters, put out a statement and told President Biden, don't get involved, Playboy. This doesn't
mind your business.
He's like, this doesn't concern you. This is between the workforce.
Imagine, bro.
You know?
Hey, you're going to want to sit this one out, dog.
Yeah, and he did. He's
To
like,
the
you know
president.
what? This has nothing to do with you. This is between the Teamsters and UPS, and we'd appreciate it if you just sit this one out and just, calladito y bonito en esquina.
Yeah.
So
I saw him at Walmart in a chair as a greeter.
There you go. Wow, that's disrespectful.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was another old white guy.
Los, it's on. We'll be there. August 1st. TikTok.
I'm there. Come visit us at Otter Stop, 2460 Imperial Ave, Imperial Cole Ave.
Bring him a pair of shorts that are more than 9 inches.
Yeah. And then just to let you know, there's also a flower shop there. So you can go there, you leave sharp, and you leave with some romance. So your lady going to be lovely.
I don't know what that means.
And you might catch Milo taking a nap.
Thank you, Los. You can stick around if you want, but you don't have to. Local Love Monday continues. You smell that? It smells like garlic fries, bro.
I thought that was the weed. My bad.
The Prima Mariana, the
Ahí
Balboa
viene.
South. She is in the house today.
La chingona.
She's out there doing, community service. She gets down just like we get down. We're out
Yeah.
there just banging the local drum. South Bay, South San Diego, todo el pedo. We're out
Dale
there
pa'
doing
acá,
our
Mariana.
thing. Mariana's doing the same. She goes on a weekly basis on her Balboa South live feed on Instagram, highlighting the local businesses. Her and her partners go out into the community and are doing big things as well. She's in here to talk to us a little bit about Balboa South. What's going on, Prima Mariana?
Mariana.
I brought you guys some goodies over here. I actually got some, bunch of burgers right here. Bunch of fries right here. Let me bring it to you guys.
I'm fasting. Los, help the young lady out. Los,
Yeah,
Los, hand these out so she can sit down. Or give them to me, whatever.
Right now, we're never going to see those burgers.
All right, man.
Oh, she got something special for you, dog.
What? Something special for me?
Yeah, acaba de decir, mira.
This is for you. Boom.
Boom.
This is for you.
Oh, she knows you're fasting.
Oh, damn. Boom. What is this?
Taco de ojo.
Ooh, sit down and talk to me about this one. Before I unwrap this, I want to know what's up with that one.
Okay. So
CC catch?
No. I brought you a special one for you, Cece, too. Yeah.
Gasas, you get a boiga. Boiga. Hell yeah. We'll give you some right now. You guys will get. Thank you. All right. Tell us about Balboa South, how it
right.
started, where it started.
Balboa South was crazy, man. I started Balboa South as a cook, and I ended up as the owner after 4 months.
Get it.
That's right.
That's unmatched hustle. Hey, thank you for being a woman. Jesus Christ, guys. Look, Los over here talking about men's this, men's that. We
We needed some balance.
we needed to bring the balance back.
We also needed some pants.
And Cece's still rolling her eyes.
That's the appropriate amount of leg to show.
4 months.
4
You
months.
started at Balboa South and you rose the ranks and now you're la jefa.
Sí,
Dale
así
gas.
es.
What's good?
Pero I gotta say something.
Uh-oh.
I gotta say thank you so much to Three Punks, man.
Oh, you're welcome. What did we
Because
do?
when I got to 3rd Avenue, honestly, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I mean, you're going from cook to owner. I have no idea. And I met Robert Bettencourt Cruz.
Hey.
And I said, hey, dude, he came in and he said, you need some pointers and stuff like that. First, let me introduce you to the Kings of 3rd Avenue.
Ooh.
I said, who the hell is the
Shit, you really want to
Kings
get me
of
hit.
3rd Avenue? Yeah, and he goes, you know what? You need to meet 3 Punk L's, the guys over there. And Kevin has always been a sweetheart.
He
Chris,
loves
a
burgers.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Always come to you, whenever I need anything.
I'm not a sweetheart.
So I want to say
Awesome,
thank
right.
you.
You hear that? Kevin's a sweetheart, but I come to you when I need
But I
anything.
come to you anything when I need anything. Hey,
No.
you get shit done, man.
Hey, Mariana, you get down. How long
Thank you.
how long has Balboa South been right there on 3rd Avenue?
Well, he's been there 3 years, but under me, he's been 2 years.
Ooh.
I love it.
Big fan of Tom and everything he did prior. He did it
Yes.
right. He started Balboa up on 6th Avenue.
Yeah.
Near Balboa Park, hence the name.
Yeah.
Killer bar, killer burgers. Got my beak wet there. Understood what Balboa was all about when I heard they were coming to 3rd Avenue. I was like, yes. I think
Yeah.
everybody's mind was blown when that
Yeah.
happened. But then I feel like it was like a baton. They
Sí.
handed it off to Mariana.
Yeah.
And Mariana said, this isn't the race I want to be in. I'm going to elevate it. And
Yes.
you've done it. It's become community-based.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So I learn a lot from what's around me, a lot. So I saw what you guys do, Emo Brown is doing. I see what a lot of other business owners are doing. And then I was part of a Facebook group that has like all these members. And it was all about community love. So when I started at Balboa, I thought the vibe was wrong. And it was just, they were trying to bring the vibe from downtown here. And I'm like, dude, Chula Vista is mostly Hispanics, dude. We're not about that.
Common mistake, Mariana.
Yeah.
Common mistake by businesses that try to come down to the South Bay, specifically downtown Chula Vista, that try to bring a different mentality and make that square peg fit in their circle.
Yep.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. And I realized that because I'm part of the, I am part of the community. So I'm like, dude, I will never set foot in a place like this. I'm a mom. I got kids. I will not go bring my kids to the one on Fifth Avenue, but I want to bring them to a space where I can bring my kids. I can have a beer. I can have fun. I can have a badass burger. So that's pretty much the mentality that I wanted to change, the vibe that I wanted to change in Balboa, and it just worked beautifully.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
We were watching your live stream yesterday. Wifey and I were in the kitchen feeding the boys. Neta, when you were doing it, we were gonna go and hang out because yesterday you were highlighting an event at the
Disney pop-up.
¿Cómo se llama? Friendship Park. ¿Ese parque se llama?
Sí, Simón.
Friendship Park is right there at the library in Chula Vista off of 4th, and it could be Davidson or it could be F. In between there, and it was a Disney pop-up.
Simón.
So we're gonna go, but it was hella hot, Mariana.
Yeah.
But I was telling Wifey's like, of all the people that we fuck with and see what we're doing, like Mariana has understood the assignment.
Yes.
Yep.
You could choose to be a fucking hater
Yeah.
and not support your neighboring businesses, which we see a lot of.
Yeah.
We see a lot of people who like get intimidated when somebody new opens a business, when somebody new comes in and presents a different idea that's isolated from your own.
You mean when they come in with a shitty attitude?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
There's already somebody there with a shitty attitude.
Relax, everybody chill. You guys are going against what we're preaching. You understood the assignment.
Yes.
The assignment was to get community involved.
That's right.
Community is the way to do these things because a rising tide floats all boats. And I didn't know what that meant when I first started operating as a business owner. But when you do realize, yes, I would love people to just come to Three Punk Ales. Duh. But do you know that if people not only come to Three Punk Ales, but they go to Chula Vista Brewery, but they go to Third Avenue Ale House, they have a burger at Balboa, all of a sudden, it's not a destination spot. It's a place where people come and bring their families and hang out.
That's right. And that's what I wanted to do. It was like, okay, I want everybody to be successful. That's why I started the walk in the community and then showcasing everybody else, because I'm like, if one day they come in and they come to, Three Punk Sales to have a beer, they're going to get hungry, and they're going to come over here because we have our QR codes there. So I'm like, okay, they're going to come over here. Maybe they go to Groundsville, grab a pizza, but then, everybody gets exposure.
Yeah.
The more foot traffic we have, the more successful everybody has, then we all successful as a community.
People don't understand that. Thank you for understanding the assignment.
Yeah.
We're over here. We didn't know what the fuck we're doing, creating the Emo Brown. Like, we have no clue, but we did.
Yeah.
And then along the way, I feel like the infrastructure, the foundation, the blueprint, it all came to fruition. It was like, oh shit, this is it. Like, we're just being ourselves. But along the way, we realized this is how we make everyone in our community better.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me about this. What the hell? What's going on here?
That's the Emo Brown Burger.
Oh, what? There's an Emo Brown burger? Oh,
you know what? You know why?
Laced with THC.
You know why is it? You know why is the Emo Brown burger?
Because you soak the patty in bucanitas.
No, because he has huevos. Be careful.
Oh, shit, look at that. Because it has huevos.
Because he has huevos.
Oh my god.
Ándale.
Huevos on the couch.
Say less, dog.
Aguas.
Oh man. Oh shit. Well, I'm fasting, but the fast, literally, I told my wife when you were coming, I was like, oh, fuck, I know Prima Mariana is going to bring something. So my fast is going to start after I devour this bad boy right here.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Mariana. Is this going to be available on the menu or how does this work?
Yes, it's going to be available on the menu for only Emo Brown members that bring their card.
Make it clash.
That's
Make
awesome.
it clash.
Make it clack, get a heart attack. No cierto. Todo con medida. This is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
What kind of, aside from this, what kind of love do Emo Brown Social Club members get with their card?
They actually get 10% off on their entire check. So whenever they walk in, they bring their nice metal card.
I love
Scare the
They
shit
get
out of everybody
10%
and
off
drop
in the
it.
entire
I
check.
love this. Mariana, congratulations.
Thank you.
It was
I
long
appreciate
overdue
you
to get
guys.
in here. I know I always jump on your lines. Like, come in the podcast. But
Yeah.
I guess I was like, no, it's time. Get in
And
here.
it just happened yesterday.
Yeah. Like we were there, like eating breakfast with the boys. And I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get on here. And then you responded all quick. I was like, all right, cool. It's on, solidified. Let's party. Local Love Monday.
Wait, what's going on August 5th?
August 5th? What? What's going on?
What's going on August 5th at the Balboa South?
Oh, August 5th at the Balboa South, we actually have Lucha Libre night.
Oh,
So we have a Rey Mysterio signed mask that we're gonna raffle.
Wow.
We're gonna be giving away masks every hour, and the babies, they get their own mask too. We have a Luchador burger, which is like you're eating a TJ hot dog combined with a burger.
Oh, shit.
So it's
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
it's crazy shit.
You guys really do an excellent job of promoting the community, promoting your brand, because it's a balance. It's a fine line. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to underperform. You guys kill it every Tuesday.
Thank you.
I go on there and I watch you live about you guys giving free meals away to the community. How do we get involved with
And
that?
what she gives back to the community as well.
Yes, we
Many
do a lot of
programs.
scholarships as well. That's what I learned from you guys.
Did it, yes.
We give scholarships. We give the banquets to the kids in the high schools. I work with I try to work with as many teams as I can so they can bring the kids, do their award ceremonies, and then we sponsor all the banquets for all the kids.
Ooh, and
So,
It sounds like they're sponsoring a golf tournament on August 11th.
Hey, let's do it. Hell yeah.
we can carry on with that conversation.
And I just saw a
Yeah.
celebrity sighting on their Instagram.
Oh, a ver, ¿qué onda? ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Quién está ahí?
Casas de God.
¿Quién está allí? Oh, Pete.
My favorite
So-
little guy.
So when we have special raffles like Rey Mysterio, hopefully you guys bring him over. He's the ticket picker, and then we always say, give a shout out to Emo Brown and say thank you.
Oh, man, look at that.
all the time,
Killing it, doing your thing.
awesome.
Every Tuesday you jump on live and you give away a family 4-pack of
Yes.
burgers and fries.
Yes, every Tuesday, every day I actually give stuff away.
Every day?
Every day. I'm doing summer giveaways, so every day when I go
my
live,
God.
I'm giving something out. And then also I'm trying to bring the lowriders back to 3rd Avenue, so that's another conversation.
South Bright
That's
Oprah
a,
over
that's
here.
a tall task.
I know, I know.
But when you bring it back, that will be awesome. And again, whatever you
Yeah.
need from us,
Thank
we're
you.
there. Mariana, thank you for putting
Thank
a
you.
face to everything Balboa South.
Thank you, babe.
We've known you for years. We're
Yeah.
big fans, and continue doing your thing, man.
Thank you.
We're stronger. We're stronger as a squad than we're all individually.
Heck yeah.
So keep it
Hey,
up.
You know how Napoleon said, divide and you should conquer is the opposite for us.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
She's been watching the History
Unite.
Channel. History Channel. I'm gonna enjoy this. Thank you, Mariana.
Thank you,
to
guys.
your staff.
Thank
Okay,
you.
todo bien. Gracias.
Vámonos.
Head on out to the Balboa South whenever you get an opportunity. Have a beer with us, and then have a burger and more beers at the Balboa South.
What's up?
Dude, we need to do another team outing. We're gonna buy some shit. We're gonna buy some gift cards. I'm sure they offer gift cards, and we're gonna do our own. We got so many giveaways to do for the summer now, man. We've got the CB Water Sport giveaway. We're gonna have a giveaway here with Balboa South. We have the giveaway for the tennis club con el compa Tony. Cici,
Tony Bourdain.
what's cracking?
Sorry. I was right about to get into this burger. I'm glad I didn't because I'm an ugly eater. But, okay, so tomorrow I'm going out of town.
What?
Bye.
Yeah, I'll only be gone for about a full 24 hours, I'm
That's not
thinking.
going out of town.
Well, yeah, and unfortunately, it's not for like a good thing. My aunt passed away.
Mi respeto. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
But so on the way, when I went to college at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, I lived in Santa Maria and I would commute back and forth. And I would pass by this hotel every time I went to go see my grandma. She lives in Santa Maria, or she lived. And she always, if she was in the car with me, she would always like do the sign of the cross and like a prayer. And she'd be like, that place is very haunted and whatever.
Madonna.
No, the Santa Maria Inn.
Oh, wow.
And so
Or Neverland Ranch.
because I waited too long to, find a place to stay with family, everyone's houses are full.
You're staying there.
So I'm checking the prices online, and
Oh, hella cheap.
and I got a master's suite at the Santa Maria Inn, and it's like $50 cheaper
Go ahead.
than like the Radisson's basic.
Okay.
Brought to you by the Elwood
Why?
Business Card.
Because the
you
Santa
made a
Maria
clack.
Hotel or Santa Maria Inn is haunted.
Is it?
And
But is it in
didn't-
a good area, or is it hood as shit, or is it
It's
just?
not hood. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's it's across the street from a high school. Like I said, like that little. I know the area really well because where my grandma lived, but But yeah, so I'm gonna be having my own master suite.
Documented haunted hotel.
It's not going to be your own. It's going to be you and some
I
ghosts.
sent Casas a
we go.
TikTok video.
Hey, just because Lexi isn't here doesn't mean you won't hear us how Casas bring up a video.
Well, I mean, so I went down. I was really tired, and I like decided to get on TikTok and look at all these haunted videos. So I know I'm getting myself into. It's so stupid.
You were tired,
I
and that's
so
how you wanted to
shouldn't
get bored.
have done this.
Are you having second thoughts?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's scary. Look at this. Hold on. He's gonna bring up.
Are you bringing Luis with you?
No, I'm
All
going
right,
by
cool. He's safe.
myself.
Thank you.
So this
Oh,
is
they let
just
dogs there?
if you're looking, if you're not looking, we're looking at a YouTube video of this dog just staring at a bench walking down the hallway. Hold on, check this out. And it's like, nope, motherfucker, I am not doing this. And then, yeah, and all these videos are very similar to like this hotel. And unfortunately, I found out where my room is at is in one of the original rooms of the hotel and not the built-on room. So
Scooby Doo would have gone on there.
but look how pretty it is there.
Well, yeah,
For a
no one's
Scooby
been
snack.
there forever.
It's so
Jesus.
pretty. So I'm yeah, that's it. But so yeah, I'll let you know. I might take some videos. I am terrified.
You're rolling solo in this room.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yes.
Dude, I don't
But it'll
leave
be
the,
my first time in a master suite.
I don't leave the bedroom at night because I'm scared to go into the hallway in the living room to see what's going on.
Because of
I'm
your kids?
so scared, y'all.
Did you actually see your kids?
I need protection.
Take an egg.
Egg
on your chest.
Bring some
Rubbing it
Vicks.
on your chest. No, BJ, that's not what the egg is for.
Oh my God. Good on you.
But
Good on
yeah,
you.
so we'll see. I'll take some videos. I have a lot of people asking to do lives.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I think I'm going to be too
better start
scared.
So Luis is not going.
No.
So you're gonna just have.
Thank you
I
for
What do
would
you think
say
Luis would do if a ghost came? He'd be hiding behind Cece.
this is a great opportunity to announce the official launching of your OnlyFans, where you're gonna be live,
Great.
where you're gonna be live streaming from the Santa Maria Hotel.
Only phantasms.
Oh, only fantastic.
And then when
done,
you know
bro.
what I'm really excited though about, and I mean, the whole thing is overshadowed by something so sad, but I am gonna go up to the Madonna Inn and go and get some champagne cake.
Nice.
And I'm gonna be all by myself at that bar, but it's like where I grew up, and
We
miss
get
all
it.
this.
Hey,
place.
do you see her slowly throwing out the
All by
feelers?
myself.
I'm gonna be all alone.
So if
That's
anybody
it.
wants
I'm
to
gonna be
like
all
hang
by
out,
myself. And at the bar.
yeah, it'll
Oh,
be
man.
really fun.
Honestly, I'm deeply sorry for the loss in your family. But
been rough.
if there's one way to take your mind off of that is going into
Just
the fucking haunted.
It's so stupid.
Yeah. She
Okay,
might
so
be
and
visiting
my
you that
family
night.
hit me up because I posted on Instagram, and my family members are like, "Why? Like, just pay for the Radisson. Just go to the Holiday Inn." I'm just like, "Oh man,
Hey.
it's too late."
Good on you.
We'll
Good on
see.
you.
Oh my gosh,
God.
I'm gonna wear full I'm gonna wear a sweater and
Okay.
like sweats just in case I have to like run out the whole night. Like I'm gonna be ready to go in case something.
Yeah, you can't sleep
happens.
naked at a haunted hotel.
No, you cannot.
You'd be running the street.
I say you do go live and just kind of go like around midnight and just turn it on and see what
At
happens.
3 in the
3:33.
morning.
Yeah, so you're not
Yeah,
down.
the witching
Yeah.
hour.
Barry Jesbera, what's cracking with you, sir?
Shit, I am making my triumphant return to Chula Vista Music.
Okay.
In next week, I'll be playing at the Manhattan on the 28th and the
nobody,
Elwood on the 30th.
Nobody ran that by me. I did not. You did not check in with me.
These were pre-made negotiations.
These are
Yeah.
awesome, bro. How exciting! You're doing the Third Avenue tour.
And I'll be bringing the new merch. I got more hats from our friend Mr. Ben, the Bent Rod Productions.
Ben the electrician,
That's
putting
right.
it down.
Ben the Hat Man now.
That's awesome. Look
But
at
yeah,
you.
you can come on. I got this colorway, and I got the brown and gold. I'm not, legally not allowed to call them Padres colors, but
Well, you just did. Thank you.
somebody did. So they're yellow and brown hats, but
Very
they
nice,
look good.
bro. That's what's going on in the world of BJ right now.
That's it.
August what?
What?
When is the show?
On July. It's this month, right?
Oh, it's
July
this month,
28th, and then the 30th at the Elwood.
Nice, bro. All right.
Yeah.
So
Other than
20th
that,
at the Manhattan, 30th at the Elwood.
that's correct.
Good on you, man. We got to work on your promotional skills. We got to keep
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, man. You do nothing to promote these shows or anything.
I'm doing it right now.
Well done. Well done. Caesar, welcome back.
Hi.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Bienvenidos.
Lexi's not here, guys, but Caesar is. What's going on, brother?
Nothing. Thank you for coming to me.
That's sexy.
Thank you, bye.
Give us an update on the golf event, man. We've got some big hitters that jumped on recently.
Yeah, no, it's I can't believe how well this thing is popping off right now, man. I
Well,
mean,
you and
obviously,
RJ.
Foursome sold off 6 weeks ago. You know, we got our friends at the San Diego Loyal, San Diego Goals. Looks like potentially the San Diego Waiver coming on board as
nice.
well.
Very nice.
Thank you to our friends at Ponce's. Thank you to our friends, from a lot in the Manhattan, the Elwood. You guys are always coming through.
What's the first name?
Manhattan?
Ponce's?
Ponce's,
yeah, man. They're coming
bro.
out.
They're
man.
coming through.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're going to
Very
be our
nice,
premium
bro.
whole sponsor. Not only are they providing breakfast burritos, but they're going to have a situation set up at their whole little activation with their famous La Sandia margaritas that
La
they did for us.
Sandia.
Those
But
things
they're
are
going to do them.
dangerous.
They're going to do them as Jello shots.
Oh, even better.
Probably even more dangerous.
Even
Yeah.
better.
Thank you to our friends at Bottle Rocket for
Go
coming
ahead,
out,
go
man. So
ahead.
Eli is going to bring something correct. So
Oh, shit,
yeah, it's going to be a
bro.
fun time, man. And the names that we got coming out that are going to join us for our celebrity component, man. Paul and Cena from Ground Floor Murals.
Very nice.
Are actually going to be hosting a little daybreak lounge. So if you don't want to come out and golf, you can come out, pay $35, get 2 drink tickets, food will be provided, and they're going to have a little live mural showdown.
Oh, they're gonna work live.
Yeah.
Oh my shit.
And they're also going to do their own little karaoke lounge, man, because Paul wants to throw down
Hey,
with his
man.
little Frankie Blue Eyes.
Man, he's amazing.
Any opportunity that Paul gets to sing, bro, he's about it.
Yep. And then we're also going to have a live mural by, our very own Chicle and his wife, Celine. We're going to have Dickie Islands doing a live mural.
Jesus Christ.
So,
man.
yeah, man, there's going to be some cool names coming out there, Steve Caballeros.
Wait, Cabs is going out there?
Yeah, Cabs is going out there. Christian
is his
Hosoi.
band gonna play?
I don't know, dog.
What's the name of his band? It used to be Soda, and now it's called.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
It is.
Yeah.
Good deal,
Yeah,
bro.
so we got some dope people coming out that
Oh, so
way,
those are
man.
the celebrities? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
What other celebrities? There's like MMA
we got
people on there, right?
Yeah, man. Dominic Cruz.
Mario Lopez, everybody.
What's up? He said that Casas wouldn't clear him. He can't be there.
Damn, Casas, you got to give him that hood pass here, bro. You got to let him come on.
Yeah, he discovered him, dog.
Jeez. Okay, so that is August 11th. Everything
Friday,
is sold
August
out.
11th.
Everything is sold out.
No, the foursomes are sold
Yeah.
out. You can still buy a ticket for the lounge. You can still buy, there's a few more whole sponsorships left. So, yeah, if you want to get involved, please don't hesitate to
Cruise
reach out to
through,
myself.
jump in on the raffles because I saw the list of the raffle prizes, bro. I want to throw money in on these raffle prizes.
Yeah, we
There's some
one of our
heavy hitters
friends,
there.
thank you, Lorena. She donated her beach house for the weekend.
Damn,
in
fool.
Guadalupe.
Where's the beach house?
At the beach.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's usually where those are.
Just outside of Valle. Just
Okay, so down south.
Yeah,
man.
overlooking the ocean, 4-bedroom house. So yeah, we got some dope equipment from again the before mentioned Dominic Cruz autograph
Dominic
glove.
Cruz, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, nobody knows that.
Urethane. That's the name of the band.
Urethane. Steve
There we go.
Caballero's band. My first skate shoe were the Steve Cabs.
Oh man, those
dude.
are hard,
Half-caps are
dog.
tight.
Those went
Half
hard,
Cabs
dog.
Still doing their thing. Urethane. Well,
Yeah, we
I
got
don't know whether there's
autograph.
more celebrities at the golf tournament or at Chicle's birthday over the weekend, dog. We went to Chicle's party down in Barrio Logan. You were there. I was there. Nobody else was there from the crew. Weird. That's suspect, guys. But it was fun. It was awesome. Feliz
Incredible.
cumpleaños al Compre Chicle.
That's right.
It was awesome to hang out with you, have a couple beers. We're flowing with pisto. Somebody in our group knocked down a painting. I thought we were going to have to pay for it. That was a little scary.
We're not going to name names? We're not going to name names now?
No, we're not.
No, we're not naming names.
It was
dog.
it was a minor, so I don't want to.
Wicho got down.
Yeah.
The B-side players
The
got
brown
down.
side
Oh, my
players were
God.
there. I think Carlos was saying he wants to go down and do something at the golf tournament, which is the
Okay,
reason I
there you
wanted to
go.
kind of link that. That could be something that we can do. Oh my God, dog. August 11th. Don't have a ticket to golf? Don't worry. Cruise through.
Oh yeah, and thank you. Tribal just jumped on as one of our major sponsors as well, man. They're going to be hosting our VIP room, so thank you, Theo Bobby.
Theo Bobby coming through in the clutch,
Coming
bro.
through in clutch, man. Bringing out OG Abel and
3
a couple of
years
his
in
friends.
now. This is our 3rd year anniversary. You and RJ took the reins and are now doing this to the next level, man. I'm excited to go and I'm excited to be just like a guest of the event.
Yeah.
It's usually like, oh man, you get a little nervous. I gotta talk. We gotta do this. But now it's like you guys have fucking killed it. We just show up, watch, shake hands, kiss babies, go around and from group to group and just kind of host it.
We
and
might
let's
have
go.
a special appearance by your former friend, Mr. Lights Out.
Sean Merriman? Damn, dog. You don't want to say names, huh? I feel like the list of people who we're inviting who are celebrities is very close to the chest.
It really is, yeah.
Tug on your ear.
Because I want people to make sure that they know they fucked up by missing out.
Tug on your ear if this is one.
It's feeling very entourage.
Pee Wee Herman.
I call my
That would make my fucking
no,
life.
we're running a theater after for him. No, that's too sad.
Get out there, August 11th. It's on and popping. Let's take a break.
Let's get it.
Let's devour this.
Burger
We're gonna
break.
bring out the king of San Diego beer, Brandon Hernandez. He's gonna drop some light. He's gonna drop some info on all
He
things
said he brought
craft beer.
Cantillon. He said he brought Pliny the Younger. Yeah,
Oh
dog, he's
shit!
bringing
Can't
it
wait!
on.
Can't wait! Look forward to it. Stay tuned. Smoke a bowl. Have a cocktail. We'll see you in a few.
Bye.
Cool. Since Lexi.
I'm sorry.
Damn fool. This is a long ass intro to the second half, and I love it.
Well, it takes a long time to make a nice mezcal.
Hey, patience is the essence of fine mezcal.
I like how you just changed the last part around and it works still.
That's beautiful, man. Oh man, I'm still waiting for the first cup to be poured. Look at that. Where were we at?
Hey, look, that's a humidor.
That's it. Soon.
Oh,
Soon.
what up, Tato? We just learned that, dog.
I wasn't that drunk.
Look at that. Firme. Always firme. Have you been to one?
To what?
Have you been to a
Tequileria?
agave farm? A fábrica where they make mezcal? Where
I've
they
only
make
seen the end
tequila?
product.
That's a himador right there.
I thought it was the person. That's what Google told us.
Oh my God. Isn't that beautiful?
That's hot.
So it's like a mini.
Look at those kettles burn.
And that means Cece and I are doing a shot, right?
Look at that, dog. Always respected, always firme. This portion of the podcast is brought to you by Firme Mezcal, bro. I need to learn a new tagline, but I just like that one so much. Always respected, always firme.
That's their line. You got to use it.
Prepara el cuerpo para la sagrada líquido. Not bad. Not bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to drink mezcal right now. We're going to get into it. Knee deep into all things beer, all things craft beer, all things San Diego beer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Brandon Hernandez here today joining us from San Diego Beer News. A little background. He's a professional author, an editor, an award-winning beer, food, and travel writer, and a proud San Diego native. Damn, all that next to me. All here next to me, man. Thank you for coming in, Brandon. It's been a long time coming. We've been flirting with this idea.
Yeah.
At least over a year.
Oh, yeah.
At least over a year, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're all about in the beer world, and how you grew this empire of yours.
I don't know about empire, but there sure is a lot of stuff. So basically, in the late 90s, I started drinking craft beer. I wasn't even into beer. I didn't even have my first drink until I was like 22.
Nice.
Until some folks said, hey, you need to come out to this place called O'Brien's with us after work. I said, what is it? It's a beer bar. Oh, well, I don't really drink beer. Long story short, after that, I drank beer. And it was like, I love the local stuff. I just grew an affinity for the Stones and the Ballast Points and all of them, Alpine, and got really into it. And then in about 2007, I started writing about food and travel and things like that. And I realized nobody was really writing about all this great beer we had in like the local magazines and the newspapers. There was one person doing it. And so I pitched it to a magazine and said, hey, let's do a roundup of all these breweries, all 18 of them.
What a crazy time. What a crazy time.
Yeah. No, they said, are there enough breweries? I said, there's a ton. There's 18. But obviously, that has snowballed and taken off. And so did my career about writing. And eventually, I just got so into the craft beer that I just ditched all of the food writing, which meant a lot less free meals and awesome things like that. Ditched some of the travel and no more of that. But I just love the craft beer so much right here in San Diego.
The Mecca? The hub? Are we a capital city still for craft beer?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I do travel articles all the time about breweries. So I meet with a lot of brewery owners all over the country. And they're always just so impressed about San Diego. They're like, oh, man, what are you doing here?
Trying to prove to myself how awesome San Diego is.
Reminding myself.
But honestly, we still stack up big time.
Yeah.
And people are still looking to this region and all the creative craft brewers, and people just know what they're doing. And just, yeah, we're still a focal point for a lot of people out there. I think we forget because we're in it. You know what I mean?
We're in it, man. We're in the eye of the storm. So I was telling you before we started, it was like, I don't like, the whole like niche clicky like beer world thing, but we're in it. Like whether we choose to do it or not, like all of us here are a part of the San Diego craft beer scene. Either owners, operators, a staff, marketers, everything. All of us are a part of it, and it's crazy how many jobs, opportunities, and the network has just expanded with San Diego craft beer, man.
Definitely, and dealing with almost all of the breweries firsthand, I gotta say, there's a bit of clickiness here and there, but really, it's kind of it's very minimal.
Nice.
I really see a lot more cases of people working together, which is nice. But I mean, you're always going to have certain breweries that maybe don't get along so well with another one or something.
Is there a lot of that?
Not really.
Metiche
Monday.
and I'm on this, which is a good place where I could be legit about that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't true, I wouldn't lie to you. But yeah, I really don't see a lot of that, and a lot of people aren't very outspoken about it if they are.
Nice.
They're keeping it a secret
nice.
from me for the most part.
It's a hard secret to keep in this industry.
I know those guys at Three Punks be hating. No, just kidding.
We keep it in the South, man. We built this thing of ours strictly to create an escape for the people in the South Bay. When we opened the brewery as a team, we would go to O'Brien's. We would go to Hamilton's. We would go to the Toronados.
Yeah.
We would go to these breweries on the outskirts in North County and East County.
Outskirts.
You guys, why are you messing with
deliberate.
me?
It wasn't.
We're not messing with you as much as
What a
The new
what is
beer at
that?
Three Punk
Yum.
outsquirt.
What was in that burger that you outsquirted?
Huevos, perro.
Delicious.
Huevos.
Those huevos be outsquirting.
We did this because, we didn't really have anything down here, So it wasn't more of a clicky thing. It was like, here, we'll bid this for us, so we don't have to leave and go out
I think
places.
you had things here, but they weren't really representative of the community. And
Agreed.
I think that was just where you hit the nail on the head. And I remember going to see the spot. I remember somebody else with your boys at Fall Brewery.
Yeah,
were
Fall
gonna
was
get that
Fall was
originally.
all about it. They were going in, unbeknownst to us. The landlord said, "Hey, man, we have a brewery working here that wants it." He didn't tell us the name. They literally was like, "We have a brewery that's currently looking at getting this. If you're interested, get that offer in ASAP." So I went back with my team. I was like, "Hey." And now I know that's all a ploy. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, all right, whatever. So we went back and put our offer up, and here we were, and we made it happen. And
They could have done a fine job, but I mean, really, you just came at it with such a altruistic thing, and a love for the community, love for the people, and just you belong. I mean, you are part of this community, so it was really great. And I just remember touring that with you, and it was just nothing, and nothing had been. You hadn't put your stamp on it at all. We're just looking at an empty building, and I was just impressed by the things you wanted to do, even then.
still don't know what the fuck I want to do, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, you know enough that you want to go to Little Italy.
Oh yeah, we're excited about that. I feel like that puts our chip in the legit San Diego beer scene now. It's like, okay, these guys are not just San Diego or South Bay anymore. Mm-hmm. These guys are they're pushing their chips into, we want to be recognized as a San Diego company now, San Diego Brewing Company. So we're excited for that. It's with CC's help, of course.
Well, it's going to be cool to see what you do with it. I'm interested to see, because you do so much with Chula Vista, what's going to be like in a different community that's, far enough removed. It's not really far away when you think about it.
It really is.
But it's going to be cool because you'll have a slightly different spot. But I'm sure you'll have a lot of that like punk rock feel.
Mini Three Punk, mini Third Avenue Three Punk heading up north. A lot of the same aesthetics, a lot of the same beers. We're gonna have beers specifically made for Little Italy, and we're gonna have seltzers that are gonna touch on. We have a lot going on. Cece's gonna sit down with me and give me the bill. Shit.
By the way, I'm so glad that I got to be on this particular episode and hear some of the last things she ever taped live.
And she's gone.
I was there.
We'll have to communicate with her from the hotel.
You enjoy that champagne cake, which is delicious, by the way.
What was your first craft beer? What got into all this? What put that palate on game?
Sierra Nevada Bigfoot.
Ooh, the Bigfoot. Oh, shit.
Nice.
Yes,
Wow.
that was my first craft beer. I remember this doesn't look like anything like what I've seen in my life. It's supposed to be yellow. And I
dark
tasted
and
it. I'm like,
heavy
this is what beer tastes like? They're like, that beer.
Damn.
And I had an arrogant bastard after that, so it was a big night.
What about you, CC?
Oh, you
What was
blacked
your-
out, huh?
I remember the one that got me into craft beer, and this is so long ago, not in the 90s long ago, but it was a long time, was Petrus.
Ooh.
See, I don't even know what it is.
There you
I like
go.
that.
Shit.
Yeah.
So that I probably had about 8 that night.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's high ABV.
I
So
think
this
said
is
nobody
actually
ever.
an intervention.
No, it was so good. And I was at a craft beer bar and I was just stuck on Petrus and it was awesome. It's probably like 2010 maybe. And I mean, I went to Tornado. I used to live in San Francisco. I'd go to that Tornado. And I had all kinds of great stuff, but like the one that made me go into the industry was Petrus.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a crazy start, man. I mean, a barley wine, a sour
Yeah.
technically, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's so good.
They don't even sell
But
these things
now
anymore.
that
No, I was
do they
gonna say,
not?
yeah.
Oh, I'm
Is
just kidding
Petrus
around,
gone?
but, if it's not a lager or an IPA.
It's not a
Oh,
crispy
no,
boy, bro.
yeah.
It's not a crispy boy.
Ay, cálmate,
Sierra
tío.
Nevada Pale Ale burned, singed my taste buds. It killed my palate the first time I had it. I was like, what is this? It just burned. I was like, I'll never have this again. And then after I finished the first one, I had another one. Fast forward to now, today, it's like water.
was
It's like
like-
drinking like I don't know, anything light. A Tecate light, a Coors light, a Bud light. It's just super light on my tongue. I'm like, wow. And I still miss that beer to this day.
It was too
you
hoppy
know?
for me when I first
Of
had
course,
Mine,
man.
the first one that I had was when I lived in San Francisco that I was addicted to was Racer 5. And I
Oh,
felt the
yeah.
same way. And
Bear
I was
Republic.
so stuck on Bear Republic. And then
That was one of our first beer trips because unbeknownst to a lot of people,
Healdsburg?
being a fan of craft beer means you're going to go out and visit breweries.
Yeah.
And then there's no brewery too far, and to go hang out is like, oh, Healdsburg. Let's go to Healdsburg and we can go hit up 2 spots. You know, we can hit up Russian River and get Blind Pig, to this day, still my favorite IPA. And then we can go to
same
Bear
last
Republic
time.
and get Racer 5. I was like, and now all those memories, all those things kind of played a part in what we did and how we built our thing. What played a role and played a part in what you building your thing? Your love for local craft beer or...
Well, I just couldn't believe it was all coming from my own hometown because most people, I mean, like if I was from Gilroy, we'd be known for garlic.
Garlic fries available right now by Balboa South if you need it.
Wait, Liz. San Diego, though, we're known for craft beer and all sorts of other cool things. But I'm just like, well, how lucky am I that this is a chief export and a sense of civic pride comes from craft beer, where we've got over 100 breweries now. And I just feel really fortunate. And the thing that really made me fall in love with it, even more than the beer, was the people. Like meeting. You are different than any brewery owner I know at any other brewery.
Did you hear that?
Likewise to other folks.
You didn't say in a good way.
I know, right? Retract.
he's all, you're Mexican.
Like yours is a story of just really determined entrepreneurialism, but also with the tide of the community and all the things that I'm saying. And you
Thank
bring
you.
in things that you and your partners really like, and as so many other brewery owners do. You make sure that's all at the forefront, and that's successful breweries right there. Is when they're actually authentic and they've got something that's unique, and they put it right out there and let you come into their world.
A lot needs to be said about being ignorant when you're opening a business, because that's what we are and that's what we were. Is like, we're just going to stick to our blueprint, and for better or for worse, let's keep moving. And yeah, man.
Unabashed.
Oh, sure.
ourselves.
That's only one component of it, but you have to do it right, and you have to do it with the people that you're serving in mind. I mean, that's what it really comes down to in the end. But to get back to where I was kind of going, is like there's so many different stories. Even though there's similarities, there's so many differences as well, and you just meet so many authentic, hardworking people who really care about beer. I mean, it's something I care about, so there's the common thread, right? And then they enrich their communities and enrich the entire San Diego County community. Like, I don't know. I've just always been inspired by these types of folks, and then getting to tell their stories, get to tell the story as it progresses and as they grow, and it's very exciting to me. So even more than the beer, really, the people are what got me so into beer that I wanted to just devote my life to it and start my own business writing about it, and just I was part of the industry as well for 8 years. So
You're a narrator to this thing. You are a narrator to the San Diego craft beer community.
And through some of the biggest brands.
Yeah, man. I mean, you've seen some of these huge brands come through San Diego, try to go nationwide, some for better, some for worse. You know?
Stone Alesmith Society?
Stone Alesmith Society, that's correct. Yeah, so marketing
That's a
capacity there,
resume.
working for a large brewery, a medium brewery, and a small brewery. I love that part about it because they were all different. At Stone, there was a marketing staff of over 20. And
Jesus.
I worked with people who were just so smart and so innovative, creative, and some of that rubbed off on me. They taught me some things. When I went to Alesmith, I had a very small crew, just like one person and a part-timer, and I learned more there. And then by the time I went to Society, it was all me by
All
myself.
you.
But
All
I loved
you.
that the best. It
CMO.
was really cool.
CMO.
Look at you, man. Chief Marketing Officer Barry.
Thank you very much.
Not
Thank
a
you. I was
problem.
wondering. I was trying to put that together. I was still stuck on urethane.
BJ was wondering what band that was.
Yeah.
CMO. I think they toured with Blink.
Yeah. Isn't that what a Bad Brains talked about all the time?
Oh man, Society is probably one of my top breweries that I'm a big fan of. Still to this day, of all of the things they've done.
That light beer.
Oh man, the
Yeah,
Pupil
it should be.
second. Second only to Blind Pig for me when it comes to IPAs. Those,
That was on the Elwood from day one, right?
Yes, it's still there.
It was important,
and we
for-
still have
yeah.
the original tap handle.
I was pretty proud of it when he told me that because I was still the Society when
It was
opened up.
very important to us to highlight the beers that we like. We understand operating and owning a dive bar. It's a different animal. You're not appeasing and appealing to the craft beer crowd. It's a different crowd. You're going for that Coors, that banquet beer, that Jameson shot, that discount, that happy hour, that
Naming
this,
all
that,
the things
that.
I ordered last night.
That's what I'm saying. The berry special. We felt it was very important to highlight one of the beers that we really love and believe in. So, on tap right now, what do we have? We have the
PBR, Pupil, peanut butter stout.
Everything starts with a P so far.
Yeah.
Petrus. No.
And 394.
Yeah. So, honestly, those are the beers that we feel that we really enjoy and the South Bay really asks for. 394, forget about it. 394 will forever be one of those beers at San Diego, for the Tony Gwynn relationship and everything else. It'll always be a top-notch seller here. Society being they're the jewel of San Diego brewing. I feel like they're definitely a brewery, along with Fall, my favorite brewery in all of San Diego. I feel like those two really lead the charge. PBR, you can't fuck with PBR. PBR is going to always be there and it's always going to sell. And people are
will
always
riot when you take it away.
People will always come in there looking for a PBR, man.
They get very upset when we're out.
And it's got to be the tall cans too.
No,
That's the
it's
best
on
kind.
tap.
It's on tap,
At
fool.
the Manhattan, it's in tall
So you need to get
cans.
some tall
Maybe you
glasses.
took one too many Jamesons last night. It's like,
No, different crowds. Again, like you're thinking about the person you're serving who's coming in there and you want them to enjoy the experience. And it can't always be all about you all the time. And I don't know, maybe you like crushing PBR, which would be fine.
Yeah,
But,
there's no rules. And that's what
it's
I
all,
initially
it's all
liked.
situational drinking.
Yes,
But-
all situational. Perfect. I remember I went to the San Diego State University craft beer program.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
the first
They still
graduating
talk highly
class.
of you.
Yeah,
You're
I
the
just
chef.
got an email today, and I was like, "Oh, you need to come back and do an alumnus day." I was like, "Dude, you don't want me there. What the fuck? That's the worst. That's the last thing you want me to do." But we were there for the first graduating class. I learned so much. I learned so much in that program where they go over beer styles. They go over marketing, Derek Galanosa was one of the instructors at San Diego State at the time. Dr. Q was an instructor. And then, Scott Blair was the first time I heard situational drinking.
Oh,
he was like,
okay.
drink what you want. It doesn't matter. There's going to be times where you need to drink this. There's going to be times where you're going to go drink that. Hate him or love him. That's where I learned that. He was part of that.
Hate him for sure.
Yeah, duh. But it was part of everything we did, So being part of the San Diego State program, I feel like they really embrace the culture of what was San Diego craft beer.
Yes, they did a good job, and they've continued to do the same thing. Graduates like Michael Peacock got into the system, and he's like helping people out with all the draft systems and things like that.
Marketing
yeah.
majors, finance majors, all of these kinds of different assets were procured in these programs, and those kinds of people came out, man. It was crazy to have like a Derek Galanosa who did his whole thing and is eventually coming home to do his brewery now, which is opening relatively soon.
Yeah, he's going to have his opening, I think, for the public Saturday.
Okay.
But friends and families tonight.
Damn.
Oh wow!
I
Tell
guess
us-
You weren't supposed
tell
to
us
tell
you're
everybody.
tell us
Now
you're a
I know.
hotbed.
They're not friends and family.
Jesus.
You just invite only.
I guess I'm neither.
Does that mean you're not going?
Hey, are you busy tonight? No, me either.
Well, to be fair, by the time this airs, it'll be over. So
Well, she and I are going to go. but-
yeah, we're going to get together.
Because you're cool. You guys are the cool beer drinkers.
Hey, are you a head hop? What do you call this?
Head hop. Being a writer in this industry means two things.
Okay.
People really want to get in front of you. People really want to put their beer, their product, their brand. They want you to highlight it and push it and, hype it up. But it also comes with the flip side. I'm sure you've ruffled some feathers along the way. I'm sure you pissed some people off along the way.
Oh,
Is it a tough gig? Is it a tough hat to wear?
it's not. And it used to be harder because
Okay.
when I first came into this, I was more of a consumer advocate. And it's gotten to the point now where the quality of beer has gotten so much better. Then I'm talking maybe 2009 to 2013. There were a lot of bad breweries that opened up. And a lot of people you're talking about people leaning on each other and teaching each other things.
that's one of the best parts of San Diego beer is that people have done that, and over the years, it's led to way better beer, and plus there's more to be shared, nationwide and everything, better products and everything like that. So it got to the point where there really wasn't a point to run in everywhere and like try the beers and say, this isn't so hot, because I wasn't hitting the diacetyl, I wasn't hitting the DMS. So sure, I've ruffled some feathers, but at the same time, I kind of feel like a 12-stepper because I've made a lot of amends as well. Realizing, and I don't think a lot of people do this anymore, but realizing that maybe I'm not always right, and that maybe I wasn't right then, and I can do better. And so now I'm more really about giving people like just the facts, sans opinion, because that's what people need to know the most. They're like, hey, where's the next new brewery opening? When's this brewery expanding? Stuff like that, and or closing even.
People really rely on you. You are their mouthpiece for all things San Diego craft beer.
And I'm really happy to do that. It's really a privilege and an honor. But I think that there probably is a misconception that people are just dying to get their beer in front of me, which is really not true.
Really?
Yeah, and that's okay, because I don't want them to feel that way. Mostly I would love for them to share information. That's the biggest thing for me, is like I want to get the information out there. There's not a whole lot to be served in giving me, say, like a bunch of beer. Thank you, that's really cool, but don't feel like you have to. Plus, I don't want people to feel like there's some kind of like pay to play or like barrier to entry. Like if I'm not nice to this guy, quite frankly, I will track you down for the news and ask you, hey, can we write about this? Can we do this? And that's where I kind of feel I differentiate myself. I like to get out there and pound the
Factual.
pavement,
Brendan
find
has
some
tracked me
things.
down on 1 or 2 occasions about the brewery on things that we need to do. So you're out there doing your job.
Well, it's
You're
good
hunting.
because he does his research and doesn't just rush to print stuff and be I'm sorry, too soon to talk about people,
what?
I don't
other
talk about
publications that,
What are you doing? What's going on? If you have an agenda, what's
We
going
got a
on?
little going on here.
No, man. Honestly, I feel like once upon a time, there's many media outlets that once upon a time were in San Diego beer. I feel like there was a lot of podcasts. There was a lot of beer podcasts. You can rattle off at least 5. And now they're not as plentiful. Has the hype died down with beer, the craft beer? What's going on?
I don't think the hype has died down. I think that the number of publications in general and their staffing is less, I think that less people are taking a new interest in it. Like when I started to get into it was 2007. And obviously, I went down the rabbit hole, right? Like working and talking it and breathing it every day. Some people have gotten into it, and like most people, their interest wanes, or there's not a lot of money to be had in it. So a lot of people, it's a hobby to them, or they're in it because they would like to get the free beer. You know what I mean? And
the perks.
And and you're not getting paid a lot. I mean, more power to them. I mean, it's like I want to go to this event, I want to do this, and it's mostly like, I mean, you see them. There's like most beer writers. It just seems like they're on a forever party, living their best life via social media, and I'm way more boring than that. I mean, like, I'm not even drinking a beer right now because, like, I got to go home and I got to work.
I feel like that's by design. You're like, I'm proving a point today.
Look at me, I'm not drinking.
I freaking love beer, and I'm going to drink some tonight. But, like, so thanks for the Pistol.
I got your Pistol 12 pack.
Okay, see, so it's going to happen. But
pay to play, guys. No, cierto?
Gotta be nice.
He was talking about that private party that he got invited to, not us.
But I take a very professional approach to it, and I always have. And I think that's why, even in this day and age where journalism is really tough and it's not lucrative, I've been able to at least form a business and become kind of like that go-to resource, which I really love, and I take that seriously as well. Like everything on my website's always going to be up to date by as close to the hour as I possibly can. I'm actually working on a new website right now because the one I started on we kind of stitched together in a month during COVID. But the new one's going to have all this functionality, a search function, all sorts of cool
Very
things
nice.
that more bells and whistles, make it better for you guys, make it better for the readers, and I'm stoked, but I'm also tired.
It's overwhelming, man. You're the head
1,400
honcho.
posts, bringing them over.
What's the current brewery counter out in San Diego, roughly? Over, under 150?
Brew house or?
Breweries. Straight up breweries right now.
Straight up breweries, I'd say it's in the 140 to 150.
That's crazy. From 18 when you jumped into this thing.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Oh, my God.
To be fair, I think back then it was like 18 if I kind of like Carl Strauss is a one entity. You know? But yeah, there was nothing down here. Nothing at all. Not even Bay Bridge.
R.I.P. right across the street. Unnecessary.
That was a burn.
For no reason.
So we can run down the street and just buy whatever we want?
That's what they were doing.
I know.
They put some of their stuff outside.
Man, that Plexus was like daily, one item at a time. I almost replied like, why don't you just put it all up at one time on a list?
Oh man,
I don't know.
Is there any?
I ruffled those feathers.
Did you?
I love this.
Those Facebook groups, man. What is it? The SD Beer Friends, and then the Plexus. Oh man, they could get toxic at times, man.
I literally exited out.
I removed myself from there. I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, everyone just hating. It's like
after she
weird.
started shit, and then she bounced down.
Once upon a time, this was a crazy scene. I feel like it was super hype. It was the cool thing. You know, everybody wanted to go to a brewery and do their thing. Now it's like, it's real. You know, gone are the days of anyone can open a brewery and you get that 6-month pass to make adequate beer. Because I remember when people were opening breweries and they didn't have beer that was up to par or the standard. Those days are gone.
You get snuffed out real
Right,
quick.
you can't do that anymore.
This is a poker game now, Brandon. And your chip, your ante, your buy-in is quality beer. That's expected. You can't join the table anymore because you won't survive.
Yes, and that's why the reporting changed. There was just no reason, and people are coming. You know, they're coming correct. With
Yes.
it. They're just opening with. I mean, why would you open any kind of business with a subpar product anyway? It was really nice to see that happen, and I don't know. I just find it really exciting and cool, and yeah, but it's real. But nothing stays super cool forever. It's the whole thing. I always used to say, like, modern times. What a daunting name to open up with. Because it's modern times. It assumes that it's like the new cool thing, and it was. And when it was, man, everybody was into it, right?
Yeah, man. That was such a great brewery, great brand. That red Blazing Hops. What was that one
Blazing
called?
World.
Blazing World was my go-to. I remember my first son was born almost 11 years ago. Roughly, actually, 11 years ago around this time, because he was born in August. That was my beer, man. Just running over there, grabbing a 4-pack of that, grabbing another. Those are the beers. What happened in modern
Black
times?
House,
Where did it go? How did it go? What?
I just think that it was such a hype brewery in the beginning that you have nowhere to go but down. Unless you've got this great pivot, which you should probably build into a business plan of something that's going to be a hype brewery to start with. Like, I would think that something like, and I don't say hype brewery is like a negative. I don't think that's that at all.
But it could be misconstrued a little bit.
Like going back to Derek, Moxa, Goal. Like, Goal should have something, and they've got a smart marketing mind. His partner, Jason, knows what he's doing. And it wouldn't surprise me if he had 5 years down the road something to pivot to renew the business. That guy knows what he's doing. And I hope that's built in, because I think that they're going to get a lot of attention early. I have to feel the beer is going to be really good. They're obviously going to grow out of that facility. So
ASAP,
that'll help to give them a new burst there. But 5 to 7 years, it's good to have the next chapter kind of planned out even in the very beginning. Just to, like, if this all goes well, how are we going to remain relevant?
Chess, not checkers. It's what I keep telling some of these guys that ask me, how do I open a brewery? It's like, don't, man. And it's not coming from a place of like, I don't want the competition, or I don't want this. Just save yourself your money. When we were opening the brewery, we were told they're handing out $1 million checks anytime you open a brewery. Open up a brewery, it's going to be successful. It's going to be this. They didn't tell you how long it was going to be to grind it out. I worked the brewery, the taste room with my partner. And he still works on Fridays, but I remember being there every day for like the first 2 years, man, nonstop, behind the bar, doing our thing, serving beers, promoting the beers, marketing the beers, everything excluding making the beers was on my desk. It was my plate. That was my responsibility. Yes. Now we've made it through those rough years, and it was weird because during pandemic that I realized I need to take a step back. I'm doing all of this shit. How can we pivot and create a different model that'll help us kind of, navigate through these weird times that we started delivering door to door, and that helped us kind of navigate.
Yeah.
The brewery industry is one of constant change. And if you're reluctant to do any of that, you're going to have a very difficult time surviving. Definitely. Because brewery is no longer having a brewery is not beer, is what I tell people. It's like 10% beer. And that 10% better be legit. Like, it better be clean, quality, it better be top notch, because the other 90%, that's where people get lost. Licensing, taxes, like everything else, marketing, your staff, the way you promote, the way you move, the beer releases, all of that. 10% beer, 90% everything else. And it's a 90% everything else that I feel a lot of breweries lose focus on, and slowly they become victims and like, oh man, what happened to that brewery? Oh, well, this, that, or the other.
Well, how about the breweries that don't think marketing is important at all, or like it's a bonus? I think that oftentimes people think like, oh yeah, if I could market, that'd be great, but it's brewing, so I don't have to. It's like
Hill Farmstead. I know I just pulled that out of nowhere, but one of the things I always loved about Hill Farmstead, even though is that they never marketed themselves. At least back in the day, they didn't. And it was one of those things, they didn't want it to become a big thing. They wanted to stay local and they wanted to keep it private. And I remember, speaking of hopheads earlier,
that's how it's pronounced.
they had a beer release, and on a sign outside of their brewery, it said "No hopheads allowed."
No way.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and hopheads are a lot of influences come from these beer groups, as you call them, secret societies of like
Skull and Bones.
You know, they really promote. They have a lot of influence in those things, and I mean,
Jesus.
Caesar.
I think it's really cool. Like, I think, a lot of opportunities opened up for me with like friendships and stuff like that in this industry through. Okay, well,
If you had the opportunity,
who's invited tonight?
not us.
I'm just kidding.
We're not invited.
Thankfully.
Anyways,
I don't think there's anything wrong with those groups at all. I mean, it's like people getting together over a love of something
Yeah.
that they have in common.
Yeah,
I hate
cool.
to see when things get a little too extreme. That's all.
Mm.
And it can be
100%.
either
Tiki
way.
torches
I
start
mean,
coming out.
I'll never understand.
Whoa.
What's that?
BJ?
Are you all right?
That's
Are your
not everybody.
I am
Are
weary
your-
of all groups.
Are your khaki pants fitting a little tight today with your floral shirt? What's going on,
off
brother?
shorts,
Your tiki pants wearing. I think the brew industry is a positive thing for San Diego. It has been for decades, and it continues to be. It provides opportunity. I believe it's one of the largest mini economies within San Diego, overtaking Comic-Con. And Comic-Con takes, it brings in billions of dollars, bro. And it's not here every month, and it's not even here quarterly. It's here like 1 week out of the year, and it just makes so much money. And now breweries are on par and have surpassed that. You've played a role in that because it takes somebody with a megaphone to tell people, drink this, it's good. Oh, wait, I have a megaphone. Oh.
Drink this, it's tasty. Do this, it's amazing. Society, the people, it's in a great beer. Have the pisto, everybody. Like things like that.
Hey, that's a good fucking
Why
thing,
did you
bro.
turn like old timey 1925 newspaper?
You're not wearing your
Not wearing
earphones. You're not.
earphones. You can't hear it.
Well, there's an effect down there that gave me a little bit of that paperboy mentality.
Oh,
It's an honor. It's a privilege to be part of this community, but it wasn't, I didn't think things would end up like this. I didn't think you were, paying homage to Jason, and he has a very smart marketing mind and 5 years ahead. We were going month to month, it was hard. We were told, don't open down there, So my partners and myself were like, all right, what do we do? Like, how do we pivot? How do we make this work? And we just went for it. And we knew that this was a demographic that was untouched. Mm-hmm. What does it take for a brewery opening today to survive and kind of like make it through those troubling learning years, 1, 2, because you could be a professional brewer, you can have a dope ass marketing team, but it's still going to be a trying time those first couple of years.
I think that every situation is completely different. It depends on where you're going. Like with yours, month to month was fine because you were going someplace where they had no representation for craft beer, and like you did, it was all about Chula Vista. It was all about craft beer. It was all about appealing to all the demographics there in a real way. It was all about your thematic. And what you were really doing is just trying to create a place where people could, a hub where people could come to. At that point, it's not so important. I mean, it's something that you actually want to last. You wouldn't want to change that too much probably because people would say, oh, this used to be good, right? So that's different for there. But I mean, if you're trying to build up, scale up your business, there's a lot of things to think about. And there's a lot of, especially now, a lot of considerations to be made. I mean, you need to look at everything. I think a lot of people who used to get into beer didn't really have a lot of business acumen. I think people really need to look at things like down the road, five years from now, what's the minimum wage going to be? What's the cost of goods going to be? And
Cost
things
of
like that.
goods,
I mean,
man.
this is the exciting talk that you brought me on. Just
Real
for
shit,
email
yes.
Brown, it's like
Brandon,
whoa.
yes. Yeah, you go into the weeds. This is like talking baseball statistics, OBP, slugging percentage. These are things, components that will dictate whether a business is successful or not, regardless of how cool the brand is.
Right. And I also think that people have done like shoestring budgets and just really bootstrapped everything together for so long that it's become commonplace. So everyone thinks that's how you open a brewery. Not correct. I mean, you could go out and get funding, like just get more funding than you think you need, and it's harder. But if you can't do it, then maybe this isn't the project that you should go for yet. I mean, it's just good to be prepared, right? There's nothing wrong with having money. It's almost like when people
come at it with money, people are very
Look down
suspect,
upon
right?
it.
They're like, oh, well, yeah, you have a lot of
Bunch
money.
of
It's like,
weedies, they have millions in their account. Of course they're going to
no, I'm not-
survive.
and of course, I'm not talking about like the St. Archers and stuff, or the Wings and Arrows. St. Archer, St. Archer part.
I know shot fired.
Damn, Brandon getting those fucking.
Oh my god! If you're not catching this,
Jesus Christ! Well done, good on you.
I love.
I appreciate the heat in this
That
episode.
was
This is
diplomatic
good.
shots
shade.
fired.
My kids call those Easter eggs. Brandon's over here dropping Easter eggs. Just like,
Easter huevos.
Huevos.
That you can find on the Emo Brown Burger at the Balboa South.
Tell me a little bit about every other Tuesday on Fox 5.
Sure. So they're nice enough to have me. It's usually every other Tuesday. Every second Tuesday of the month. We'll talk about a different topic. It'll be something like tomorrow's going to be family-friendly spots. So we've got spots like My Yard Live, Pizza Port, and Stone, which have a lot of options for letting the kids be free-range children, or actually having activities and like house-made beverages for kids that are non-alcoholic and things like that. So that should be pretty fun. But we talk about all sorts of stuff, be it certain beer style or a certain region of the county. It could be just about anything. Non-alcoholic beer we did one time. That was a wild segment. Let me
Still
tell
a
you.
craze? Is NA beer still going top notch?
I think it is because, I mean, obviously there's so much room for growth. It's one of those things. It'll hit its own ceiling at some point. But for now, I think that there's been so few options for so long that people are just, it's going to take a while to even educate them that these things exist. But the athletics of the world are doing a pretty decent
kill it.
job.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure they
they've
kill
got
it, man.
personalities around who actually utilize this in their life as athletes.
Yes.
And that's kind of cool because you're like, okay, this isn't just a bunch of bullshit.
You're making it
These guys
relatable.
actually
Yeah.
do this. Like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm training for a marathon. I just had to have something that was beer-like. And you're like, well, that was good IPA. And they've got a lot of locals from other breweries, the craft breweries that they brought in, which is pretty sweet. And they make small batch stuff here. I wonder when they're going to have like a tasting room, because I think that would be a really cool thing. Just even if it was like a little niche there, or like a little tiny part of their
to
Miramar
plant a
facility.
flag for sure.
Well, just so you drive by and it's like, what's the hype about?
Yeah.
Just
Ooh,
taste a
look at
couple and
this.
say, holy crap, that's interesting. I know that they probably want to do something like that, but they're so focused on.
Would you ever open a
national.
brewery? Having all these connections and having
Absolutely
the
not.
Yeah, right.
I would never open a brewery. I didn't think I would ever even start my own outlet. I was very risk averse, but it's been actually the most gratifying experience of my life. But no, I'd never open never open a brewery. You guys have so much, you've guts.
You're a smart
It's
guy.
very
You're a
hard.
smart guy, man.
Have you ever done like a garage brew or anything though? Like you ever dip your toes into like, well, I like beer.
We don't talk about garage.
We call it home brewing.
Home brewing. Oh yeah, I have neither of those two things, so forgive me for mixing them up.
Oh no, I've home brewed, and that's probably another reason why I shouldn't open a brewery. But I certainly enjoyed it. Like it's a fun thing that you do with your friends. Like home brewing is really more about the experience with your friends and like drinking beers while you're making beer, and then drinking beer at the end if it's any good. Mm-hmm. Mine was okay.
It's a collaborative. You know, home brewing is a collaboration, and collaborations are huge in the San Diego craft beer world, in all the craft beer world. You're no stranger to that. How many collaborative brews have you been a part of, Mr. Brandon?
Jeez, I guess it depends on the level of involvement, but probably somewhere like 30 to 40. But
Isn't that ridiculous?
But now let me tell you why though. Like this last week, I brewed with Tom Nickel over at Nickel Beer because our birthdays are on consecutive days in August, and so every year we brew a birthday beer and then we go down to O'Brien's and we drink it together, and it's really fun.
Look at that cool guy over there.
pretty
Look at that. That's
cute.
fucking dope.
It was all he wouldn't do it with me if it wasn't for the consecutive birthday thing. But I went to Pure Project on last Friday, and we brewed up a saison that's going to come out for San Diego Beer News' 3rd anniversary, because my anniversary is like a week before my birthday, which is kind of fun.
When's your
August,
birthday?
August has nothing going on. August 14th.
August 14th. All right,
Yes,
cool.
All you people out there trying to steal my identity.
There it is.
Got it.
814.
I'm not going to tell you
And
what
social
year.
security number?
76.
Now these are really fun collaborations, and they're very special too. But I have this this charity effort. In 2014, I was diagnosed. I didn't even drink anything.
I'm telling you, it's not me. It's not just me.
This is secondhand drunk. But, diagnosed with lupus, and so in 2015, I started something called Beer to the Rescue, and a bunch of breweries were kind enough to have events or brew up collaborative beers that then a portion of proceeds would go to the Lupus Foundation of Southern California. So that's why my what is it, body count is so high.
Whoa, wait,
My
Sir,
beer body count is so high.
Perdón.
because people were nice enough to help me out that way and let me be involved in the process.
Very
so that's
nice.
why I can say that. But as far, I'm just normie beyond that.
Do you
and that's
have
fine.
a favorite collaborative beer that you've been a part of?
There was this one that I made with Colby Chandler over at Ballast Point, Little Italy when he was back there, and it was for Beer the Rescue, but it was being released really close to my wife and I's wedding anniversary, and we our anniversary is 6/9. And
Take
so,
it easy, bro.
I know.
Hey, this is a
Body
family show,
count,
man.
69. Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, but so we called it over.
Brandon after dark.
We called it over under IPA. It
Oh,
was just
shit.
Damn, Brandon.
Hey, you know,
How much
get
you sell it
this.
for?
See,
$4.20.
That's dope.
It's getting real up in here. I'm telling you.
Yeah, slap the
It's like a whole
NC-17
parking
rating
lot.
on this show.
Just a really great beer with some really nice. It was like a San Diego style 6.5. Everything about that thing was balanced. Hot poignancy, just delicious.
You hear
And I'll
that? You
never
hear
have
that?
it
Look at
again.
that.
But it was really awesome.
Nice.
But there's been tremendous beers.
Colby gets down, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've made a couple beers with them. Every beer that we make with them is awesome.
Oh that he talks about his with you.
Yeah.
With Colby beef.
Colby beef.
Yeah.
Colby beef.
I
I
Actually,
told
had
him, I was
somebody
like-
he had it on tap at his place. We don't live too far from each other, so
Oh.
every now and then I get some Colby beef off his garage fridge.
What's your daily drinker? What does Brandon Hernandez, the king of craft beer in San Diego, drink on the daily?
Why is it
Probably like
Pisto?
2013 Duck Duck Goose.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
For
I got
no
a few of
reason.
those.
You know,
For no
it's
I
reason.
still,
real
got, I
proximate,
still
yeah.
got a few of those in my
We
cellar.
get it, Cece.
You,
Okay,
you
no,
out to
this
drop
is
dead on her?
peanuts.
She says, no. I have bottles and
I
sellers
would
of
have
those.
brought one.
Oh,
you
you
know,
had-
he
you had
never
a
told me to
taster?
bring beer today.
I
I
didn't.
would have brought beer.
I thought telling her that Brandon Hernandez was coming was going to be enough to like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I better
entice
bring,
her.
I better bring my
The
cellar.
first thing she said was, "Who?"
No,
but in real life, so I don't drink a lot of the same beer over and over again. But one beer that I used to get cases of. I hope I can still at some point do it. But Lost Abbey Carnival, their Brett Saison. I just
that's
really
a
like
great
that. I'm a
beer.
big
Such a
Saison and
great
Brett
beer.
Saison guy. So that's the closest to something I drink a ton of. And
that's a great fucking beer. I completely
fantastic beer,
forgot
yeah.
about how
So
awesome
good.
that beer was. Is that still produced?
Not right now. I mean, they're just kind
Yeah.
of getting like their base beers made
Oh,
up for
man.
Mother Earth. But I hope it is. I really do.
a
They kind of
fantastic beer.
made that transition at the time they would have released that beer, which was unfortunate. So we'll see. But I love it.
How often do you drink beer?
Oh, most every day.
Most every day.
Hell yeah.
Over under 5 beers a day.
Oh, geez, under.
Under 3.
Yeah, I'm not looking to kill myself.
No, fuck, man.
Are you a hoarder? Like a beer
Yep.
hoarder? You are? Mm-hmm. So let me see. Because I used to.
Well. Here
What?
we go.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I find like my whole thing with hoarding beer isn't as fun anymore because I feel like I don't have a lot of people that would appreciate the fact that I've carried that beer with me for so many years
Yep.
in boxes and made sure it's, cellared properly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not, and like you just hope. And I guess my whole thing is I never really think about would this person appreciate it. That's why I totally would have brought beer if someone would have said something. But
Well,
Well,
It doesn't sound dumb, but that shit doesn't
'cause
go bad.
Remember when that was a thing forever, man? Like everybody was in
yeah.
different, like the Hoarder Society or all these different beer groups.
Bottle
and-
shares every weekend, I remember.
I mean, there was
I
a point
think
where,
so fun.
fuck, man, I probably had a closet full of that shit, and now what's down there is like the last of it. Most of it, like I auctioned off to raise money or
okay.
did beer shares and stuff, and now like I have some Churchill's Finest Hour and some of the cool shit that I used to love, but like it went from an entire closet section to a bag.
Well, there's been so few opportunities. I mean,
Yeah.
COVID really robbed us of a lot of opportunities over 2 years to
Yeah.
get together and have that. That's what I miss about craft beer. And I think that it's
Yeah.
maybe
Coming
one
back?
of the reasons
Joey's bottle
why
shares.
I'd love to see that
Aw,
happen.
Joey
Yeah.
Batra.
But maybe that's
Love
one
you,
of the
Joey.
reasons why people are less into beers because these great opportunities were just stolen and then they didn't get revved back up.
Mm-hmm.
and there's an article saying that the generation that's way younger than us, they're not drinking beer. They're just not into going out and drinking beer anymore, and that throws a whole wrench in the equation as well. It's like, okay, cool. So now what? Do we have to kind of dance and create products and
That's truly sad.
it is. I was never
truly.
Listen, I had my first beer at
Truly
14.
sad.
I was 14 at a Carta
bless
Blanca.
you.
I did my thing.
White
it was
Claw
awesome. And now it's like, I'm 44. So it's 30 years later. I'm not a big beer drinker. I'm really not a big beer drinker. I know what I like, and I'll jump. Like for me, 2 a.m. bike ride by fall, boom. I can have that anytime. And when they pull out the variants like the vanilla or the coffee, I'm all about it. Sours, I used to really, I was a big sour head. I used to love sours, IPAs, but now nothing gets me too excited. What gets me excited about the brewery is now operating one, running one. It seems like it's a game. It's, it's like, how do we do this? What do we need to do that? What makes you excited about beer right now?
It's still the people, but as far as the beers, I mean, the quality, still, like the high quality is more than I ever thought I would see. No, just the new hops and new hop products, Phantasm and Mega Motueka and things like that didn't exist before. I mean, there's still new stuff out there. I think that the resurgence of the lager has been fantastic. I'd love to see Belgian beers come back or even English ales. That'd be really great. But everything it's just on a cycle. And we got to wait around for it to come back. But nothing is dead forever. I don't think that craft beer is dead.
You should meet my soul.
It's waning. Now we got to wait for this generation. The drinking practices of this younger generation that's like just of age they're not challenging themselves, right? They're like, I want to go from drinking soda to drinking multi-fruited flavors of seltzer. And it's really easy. Like, you don't have to work hard at it. But then, and I don't mean this as like a knock on anybody of that generation. It's just that when you and I were growing up, there were no phones. There was no internet. And we couldn't just go and do stuff easily. And so we're kind of like more adept at challenging ourselves a little bit more.
He's talking about beer runs. Going to your liquor store and stealing beer.
Yeah.
Always take your license plates off.
That's what he's talking about.
It was a big deal, right?
Yeah.
But like necessity.
Sorry, Purple Cow.
Just by necessity, we had to do just a
Ralphs.
little bit more to get certain things. But nowadays, it's just like all the options are right there on the phone. And it's fine. And you don't have to challenge yourself. And that's okay. Like, why would I do like a shot of bourbon if it just makes me go like this, but I can drink this, like seltzer or hard kombucha or whatever it might be, right? And there is no sting. There is no burn. I think that it's a passage. It's a rite of passage, adulthood. At some point, you hit the point where you're like, I just need more than this. I can't just be having sugar bombs and fruit bombs the rest of my life. I'm going to try these things. They're going to get there. I think it's just going to be on a different pace than you and I did. And so then you'll see a resurgence of beer, wine, spirits, and all of these things.
When something really breaks inside them and they're like tired of White Claws.
It's crazy to hear the stories of how many people's first beer is a Pliny the Younger. Oh, my first beer is
What's your Racer 5?
Well, I mean that's passable, but some of these people now, like, they're like, "Look, my first beer was a Pliny." I've heard that on many occasions. My first beer that I've ever had that was a craft beer was Pliny the Younger. I was like, "Well, holy shit, bro!" In my day,
you had a cool dad or something.
In my
Mine
day,
was an MGD left in the sun for a few weeks.
I would have guessed you were a Rolling Rock.
No,
Mickey's.
it was whatever we could steal out of the cooler
St.
from the adults, and just leave in the backyard.
St. Ides.
Arbor Mist.
Barry, hit us with that 15-minute BJ, fool. What's going on?
15-minute BJ this week. I want to give you guys a taste of something I enjoy to do, which is spark up a nice little joint from our friends at Grasshopper.
All right.
And watch Wacky fucking sports.
Do you need a lighter?
No, I got one.
There you go, bro. Right underneath your
No,
son's
he's
photo.
going to spontaneously
Jesus
combust.
Christ. He's capable of a lot of
Brandon,
things, bro.
don't challenge him.
Yeah,
He
do
can
not
do it.
challenge him. He's like the fire starter. His nose is
Would
going
it
to
be cool
bleed.
if they did like a Lucky Strike blunt?
I don't know.
The Lucky UPS
Would it?
strike, Ben?
No,
Oh.
remember Lucky Strikes, the cigarettes? You could just
soon.
strike them right there, and that's how they lit.
You remember the bottle shares that?
Oh my god!
Cece on a sick one.
Do you remember the bottle
Seriously,
shares at
I'm
Ritual
sick
Tavern?
No.
You remember Ritual Tavern before it was? Yeah, man. The bottle shares there were fucking fun.
I'm a nerd, dog. I don't remember.
I
any of
never
this
got
shit.
to go to one of those.
Oh, well, you're
I didn't
going to
even- I
gold
didn't- I
tonight,
didn't
so I
even know
guess it
about
comes
them.
full circle. Say hi to Cece for me.
That was so.
I didn't want to spit the joint out.
All right. The 15-minute BJ, where Barry goes over useless information that is very entertaining.
Yeah, to me at least. So this week, like I said, I brought up some funky sports, and I unfortunately have a lot of videos for you, Casas.
Get it.
But first, I'd like to say that this started because a video we've been sharing in the group chat just fucking tickled
I
me.
like our group chat. I feel like that's where we share ideas and
Doing
come
the
together.
horse video.
The horse video is part of it, not this one.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, that's a different kind of horse.
Poor Adam 22, though. He likes
Oh,
it.
wrong
He's
video.
into
My
that.
bad.
No, so this weird sports. First one comes from the lovely world of Finland. It's called wife carrying. Can you assume what they do in that?
Carry my wife? What's going on with that?
Well, it doesn't specify whether it's their wife or not, but the finish sport gives a whole new meaning to the term the old ball and chain. In teams of 2, males carry females. Competitors race to see who can finish, no pun intended. An obstacle course, dropping wife is not recommended. So you'll see they start off flat ground running, and then they have to dive through like a pool, which seems very dangerous because the woman is upside down.
What?
Yeah,
Oh wow, I just saw her.
They did this on The Bachelor last season.
Oh, you're the one who watches that.
Cece has to bring up The Bachelor at least once per episode.
Look at that.
There's a required
You
drop.
guys need to leave me alone.
At least she's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, they do safety
their
precautions.
face is in their
Oh my
butt
God.
the
Yeah.
whole time.
Well, not really. Their back of their head is on the butt. The Estonian method. Ah, yes, very popular.
Yes. A method of
If you're gonna carry your wife, you got to do the
Oh,
Estonian.
he
method.
dropped his wife. That's a definite divorce.
Oh, they're fighting for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh, that is not a good look.
Hey, look at that's the kind of body type that wins these events.
I would love to gamble on this. These are most of these sports I'm gonna show you today are sports that you probably can't but should gamble.
That's
on.
Phillip Rivers. Look at that.
No.
Now that they got kid number 10.
She'd be pregnant.
Oh man, 10 kids for Phillip Rivers, bro. Congrats to Phillip Rivers.
Congrats, about to get his own
Bendito
team.
Rios.
So yeah, if you're going to Finland and you got a wife, why don't you just jump in the old wife carrier?
Hey, what's up with Finland being in the news a lot lately for all their sports? Because I know you got them on the list.
They are the wide world of sports. But this next one comes from the land of Japan. I'm going
land
to
of
butcher
Japan.
how you say this, but I think it's Botaoshi.
Botaochi.
Bless you.
That one. And it's like capture the flag, but meets human Jenga. You've probably seen it like in a highlight reel on
Uh-oh, let's
ESPN or
see.
something, but they have a big pole that goes in the middle of a big group of dudes like that.
That's weird.
And then you'll see
It's not the first time you said that on the show, BJ.
let me make this exciting. They're going to erect a giant pole amongst all these gentlemen.
All right. Okay.
And
So
this
another
man is
pause.
going to climb it up. and
There's
he's gonna
obviously fans in the stands. Look at that.
Oh, dude, it's packed.
Yeah.
So they go, he stands there, then they have these dudes that defend right there, and everybody else at the base is just literally trying to hold back a rushing team that will run at them in a second. And then there's punches, kicks,
No
fucking
mames.
everything, dude. They
Get
go
outta
and just look at the
here.
minimal
I
padding.
wanna
It's like,
play
Yo,
this.
that dude
They're
is
wearing
doing
a hat.
I would
calisthenics.
totally play this.
He's ready to rock,
just
bro.
wait till
He's
you
looking-
see. The whole point is to knock
Oh,
that
I see
guy
the red
off.
team now. I see the red team now.
They got to knock that dude off the top and get to the top themselves.
Yo, the guy on the top is limber. Look at him. He's on his tippy toes.
That guy has the worst job of all. If you have anxiety, do not be the guy on the top because watch is what. Okay, so everybody's got their hands up. They're like,
He's
"This
got
is it, we're about to
ayahuasca
go."
for sure.
Let's
right
go.
now.
Let's go.
And
Can
here
you
they go.
punch?
Oh, who is it? The red team that's going to attack? Do they
So
have to-
there, no, there's
red
two
team.
teams.
Who are they waving at?
They're gonna. It's. I don't know how it works if those teams are facing each other. If there's just two games going on at the same time, but they're gonna come running from the
they're
other
coming.
side.
Oh, they're
So
coming.
their guys go
it's
running
over.
at the other team, and
Hey,
the
bro,
other
that's
team's
a
Hey, you
whole
guys
army.
missed.
Uh-oh.
No, here they come.
Oh, what the?
So there you go, and it's just a fucking rugby
Okay.
bloodbath.
Isn't this the scene from 300?
It's tight.
I've never watched that either. I
Oh
gotta
my
look.
god!
They're like
they
fucking
got
kicking
kicked in the
and punching,
face.
like.
Oh, the guy on top is getting scared, fool. Look at him. He's like,
Oh my goodness.
oh, shit, that guy threw a kick.
I'm telling you. And just like, okay, imagine the balance. You have to be the top guy, but
Oh, man. They're being overrun.
The pole is not
Oompa Loompas,
connected
All
to the
right,
Orange are
ground.
let's
winning.
talk about the offense.
Oh,
They
man.
are limber.
They are
Dude.
nonstop.
And
They're
they
using
literally
each
just
other to
back up there.
ice.
So they're
Back up
using
there,
my
back up
favorite
there.
move.
Get that way.
If you
Oh,
went to
no,
a hardcore
no.
show in the late 80s,
no,
early
he's
90s, you know what head stomping is?
Game over. Oh, now he's got to get up there.
Now they got to
he's
get
gotta
up. Now they got to get up.
He belongs to the streets.
Look how many people are watching.
But they're just piling on each other. Imagine like
They're
all the
selling
injuries.
concessions. I'm sure
I
there's
can't
orange
imagine the
shirts
money's
being
good.
sold.
I'm
Like-
enjoying watching the
Oh, look at
1976
this
Tampa
dude.
Bay Buccaneers.
Look at that. It's Warren Sapp.
Mike Allstott.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Brad Johnson.
That's crazy.
I can keep going, dog.
Hey, speaking of guys with number 40, I was a big Sean Kemp fan. I had the shoes you're talking
you
about.
got-
And
Oh,
subsequent
man.
shoes. Every jersey I wear has a 40 because of that.
What was his nickname?
What?
The Rain Man?
Yeah, I love it. Look at that.
Dude.
He's real, bro. He's
I had
real.
the Payless knockoff version.
You had the Payless knockoff version?
Yeah, dog.
Bro, there was nothing wrong with those. I used to have Pro Wings myself. My first cleats for baseball or whatever were Pro Wing cleats, and they had all those little divots on the bottom.
Yeah.
I had knockoff checkerboard slip-ons. The checkerboards were like trapezoids. So they weren't checkerboard. It was weird. You remember that? Or no?
Octagons,
Those were
yeah,
dope,
bro.
bro. Dude, the 80s were wild. Like we used to. I don't know if there's what happens when you've done a crime and it's a long time.
Statute of limitations.
I don't know if there's a statute of limitations to that, but my parents used to steal cable.
All right.
And I remember those cable boxes? They were the brown ones, and they had the dial, and you had to go.
Yeah.
We used to watch all the boxing matches, and now I know why. They didn't steal cable; we shared cable. And
there it is.
One day, I remember they came to our house and it was like 8 p.m. and they knocked on the door. They being the cable company, like, oh, there's reported outages. We want to make sure and check everything's good. And I remember my parents were there and like there was like a sign like, hey, desconecta la caja, cabrón. And so they came in like, oh, yeah, we don't even have cable. Like we run it with the antennas, whatever. Woo, woo. They came in and they hid the fucking box inside of the washing machine or the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Or
They let him come in and
I
be
guess,
like,
hey,
bye.
the 80s were wild, fool. I think it was in the dryer, and they put it in there with like blankets and towels. And it's, oh, yeah, you guys don't have nothing, whatever. Now, I was a little rat. What about the one in the drying machine? The 80s were wild.
That's why you got Pro Wings and not Nike.
You obviously weren't watching Cinemax yet.
Yeah. No, I was the blurs. Unfortunately, this happened like I was 7 or 8.
yeah,
So
it's a
yeah,
little-
man, I watched Cinemax in between the blurs, all the squiggles and like. But the 80s were fucking weird. What sports next?
You want to
Barry?
talk about weird? This next sport you can only catch 2 places. That would be England or our friend Kiki's OnlyFans. This is called toe wrestling.
Hey, elite athletes right there, fool.
Look at these
that.
guys. He's got a cape.
Show me the toes.
So just like
yes.
Wow.
just like arm wrestling, this involves 2 dudes wrestling, but with their feet.
Hey Barry, I got you. I'm in on this with you, bro.
I've seen your toes. You just I don't
Look
want
at
it.
that.
I don't want
Oh
that
my
heat.
God.
This is how you spread the fungus. Right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
So
this doesn't-
there is a yearly championship. I believe this was from
That's a bad
2019.
looking foot.
they both have nice feet, though.
No, they don't. That looks like a torta.
That's what she's into.
I mean a torta. Oh,
At least
look,
there's friendly.
yes,
There's
camaraderie. Yes,
camaraderie.
we
Look
like
at
that. You
that.
like that. Repping your flag, you lost, brother.
Well done with your
See your
toes,
wife
Mike.
carrying, brother.
Why does he look like King Hippo from Mike Tyson's Punch Out, fool?
That was long after the decline.
Shit.
All right, next we'll go to a real blood sport.
Time out before you go to the next. They really have fields and places where they hold these events.
Correct.
Whatever, dog. Do your thing, dude. Do your fucking thing.
You want to host one here? Is that why you're asking?
Let's go.
Let's do it. This one seems a little more up our alley.
The official sponsor of toe wrestling, 3 Punk Ales.
This next sport is international, so we could bring it here if we wanted.
All right.
Chess boxing.
Chess boxing.
The combatants will rotate between rounds of chess, and you guessed it, boxing.
I'm in. Let's see what's going on.
In the middle of the ring, they'll have like a.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so they'll box, and then they'll bring out a table. They'll
Hey, that-
play 3 minutes of chess.
That dude is
And then
ripped.
they'll just pick up the table wherever it's left off, bring it off, and they have to duke it out again.
champion
And it goes
chess
until
boxer.
a knockout or a king. What's that? Checkmate.
That's dope,
wild.
man. Look at that.
And they wear headphones and stuff, and they have timers. And that guy's done it.
My move was to make sure I knocked them out.
This video is pretty cool because that dude actually broke it down. I learned a lot.
All right, let's see. Well, let's see. Are they going to fight or are they just going to look at my rook took your pawn?
So
Boom.
wait, they get their head all checked and then they have to
And then
play
they have
chess?
to play chess. So there's a funny round where the dudes playing chess don't know how to play chess. And then they just go to the box. So they're just like shifting things around and people are telling them that's not how you do it. And then they have to go back and they start it over and they never really got a full game started.
Of course, it was
And then
created
they
by
just
the
fight.
French, bro. That totally is a French sport, man.
Oui, oui.
Next one.
I got 2 left for you, and I saved the best for
Thank you,
last.
guys.
Okay.
This one everybody's probably familiar with, but I feel like it has to be talked about. This is the Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake in England.
What?
So they have a roll of cheese, a block of cheese that they roll down this
Rockets.
giant hill. It's this specific hill every
wow.
year.
Finally, something worth fighting for.
And these guys will run full speed down the hill trying to get
roll.
the cheese. And it's hard to see on the video, but apparently this hill is so steep you cannot walk down it without eating shit. So these dudes are just running, sliding, slipping. A lot of people break.
I've seen white girls do this
Hill
at Trader
doesn't look
Joe's.
They break lots of limbs.
And this has
You
been
could
happening
run
since
down that hill.
And this has been happening since medieval times.
Well, it's like super muddy, yeah. And
That
like
guy's wearing a jersey, fool. He has no leg.
there's a
No,
style
yeah.
and a tradition of
no,
doing
they
it.
showed
but-
they showed some people that have won that look pretty like they get into it. You know, like actually.
Oh, there you are. Look at it.
What you gotta look up is the people that don't win and
Apparently
like
Anthony
break
Jeselnik won the
every bone in their
last
body.
one. Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, there is some slap. This
Oh,
dude, that's-
goodness.
That dude was flying.
you can enjoy some grasshopper and watch this all day.
man. Oh, look at oh. I think the move is run, jump, fly, fall, jump up, run again, and jump.
That's kind of
Look
what
at that.
the move
Look
looks
at-
like.
boom,
Yeah,
boom.
This is just watch all the neck injuries, like slamming.
That guy,
into-
like,
Oh my
man.
God.
Oh, the Cossacks. The
Coolio.
Cossacks.
and
No legs.
at the
The
end,
guy just has a flamingo in the
oh,
background.
there's always crazy costumes. Yeah,
This guy, bro. Look at him. He's
That's
not
too much limbs.
Oh, man.
Like this, they should have a musical background.
Oh, I've heard. Oh, he won. He won, bro.
That's crazy.
He
Yeah, I
deserved
can
it.
see like "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion playing right here.
My heart will go on.
What kind of cheese is it? It doesn't matter.
Round. It's round.
Isn't that the
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness!
Adam Sandler with a mustache in the lead.
He's back up. He's back up.
He won.
I can watch this shit all day.
No, the way he picked up that run was pretty impressive.
Right.
He's probably done it a few years. That's why.
Hey, that's fun. I'd try that.
Fuck yeah,
I think I
let's
would
make a
try
field
that.
trip.
You
there-
would not.
There's a
You
hill
would
like
hurt
that.
yourself.
Yeah.
Let's do it down in Copa.
They do that. No, they have that hill at Roar Park on the backside by the horses, the equestrian area. That would be a legit. We used to go ice blocking out there, man.
Allegedly.
Why? We did.
That's it's illegal.
It's illegal when I was statute of limitations.
Oh, good.
There we are. We're back
I
at
can
it.
just hear it at your parents' house. Your son still has a big mouth.
That little fucking rat.
All right. Last but not least, that
Pat Bell's gonna come
Are
back
you
just
smoking
for
a
you.
joint or a cigarette? Because that smells like mad tobacco.
Yeah, that's
I
what-
stole
yeah,
it from
Cece
you.
The last one.
Earlier,
He
I
stole your
walked
last
in
one
here
and he's
I
not
was
even
like, it
sharing
smells
it,
like
dog.
Somebody's smoking cigarettes. In
Maybe
the
they're
spot.
spliffs. Are they
Oh,
spliffs?
He
You're
stole
a
your last
fucking
one and he's not
savage,
even
bro.
sharing it, bro.
We have emo brown pre-rolls, Brandon.
Had.
This young man just stole mine.
did.
Unreal. Get to
and,
the next
and he's
one.
not even sharing it.
This is the one that we've all been talking about all week. This is hobby horsing. This is also another international
This
sport,
makes
but
me
it's the biggest
uncomfortable.
one, and the championship every year is in Finland. This is where
Sangyoki.
think of like people doing stuff with horses, but without the horses. And there you go.
I saw an episode of Bob's Burgers of this. I didn't realize it was real.
Oh, it's real.
She's galloping
They get
with the
ju-
horse.
They
She's
get judged
galloping.
on their form. They get judged on the gallop and like the presentation of it all, and then
Oh.
obviously who can jump the highest.
Is
Which
this sponsored by Genuine?
Look at this. Oh, close,
She's not
but
getting
no
those pro wings.
cigar. Uh-oh. She's galloping,
So-
sprinting.
she made it.
Finland, bro. Apparently they have all the time in the world to discover new sports.
Look
at
how
these
many
guys.
people are there, though. That's what
This is going to be
really
Del
doesn't
Mar
matter.
as far as I'm concerned.
Hobby horsing, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the new
is
sport of
just so
2024.
weird.
That's crazy, bro. Oh my god.
Good job,
your
Ashley,
people,
with an
your people
EIGH.
never cease to amaze me, bro. They never cease to amaze me. Cece, do we have any stories? What do we got over there? Anything good? Anything random?
I
anything
wasn't
fun?
ready. I didn't look.
Oh, well,
Sorry, bro.
let me tell you about a story that I found. Living in a van. It's popular now. People are very much into trading in their living spaces, quarters, and, abiding by the four walls, living under a roof mentality. And they've purchased vans, Brandon. That's right. Vans, traveling vans.
I think Bob Dylan wrote a song about that.
Well, shit. But not all of these deals and dreams come to fruition. Sometimes they turn into nightmares. This young lady, she quit her job to live her dream in a van. In a van. I have a girl who lives in a van, and she lives up and down our block. And she doesn't do it every week, but she kind of like offsets it like on a monthly or quarterly basis. But she keeps coming back. And like she parks across the street from us, and then she goes up the block and parks the street across from there, and woo woo woo, she just goes all the way up and down. It is it seems like a very expensive van.
I think there was a movie and that like kind of jumped off, right? Like,
Did it really?
so,
Which
yeah,
one?
Nomad or something like that.
Oh, where the
Oh,
guy
that-
dies at the end?
That's what Francis
Spoiler
McDormand, right?
alert.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That
Now I'm
movie
not gonna
made
watch
me
it.
Cry.
Now I wanna
Allison
watch,
Sharp
Sorry.
lived in a car. Quit her job and gave up her home in California in 2019 to live life on the road. She lived in a car buying a Chevrolet Express van, which thought she would be a dream, but came thought would be a dream, came with a whole new set of problems she never thought would happen. The
Yeah, she's
travel
driving a Chevy.
influencer. Hey, bro, I have a Chevy. Watch
I
it
have
now,
one.
dog. Who shares her adventures on travel snacks on YouTube, admitted that life in the van as a solo female was not the tits. Duh. How is that going to be fun? How is that going to be fun? She has a dog, too. The girl who lives across in the van with us is like, oh, my God. Where does a dog poop? You have to take her out and everything. Oh, man, it's crazy. For me, it's not. 5 lies of a van life that nobody talks about. Solo female living in a van. She shared some negative thoughts, blah, blah, blah. I felt like I was going to pass out. It was just too much. I was sweating constantly. It was not as freeing as one would think it would be. Allison Sharp no longer lives in a van.
Did she stay in California? Or did she go to her van because the pricing of housing is just ridiculous?
Yeah, it is ridiculous. It is hella ridiculous, man. How much?
Because my friends live out of there. Like, they have a built-out truck in Alaska, and they love it.
Another misconception that Sharp didn't realize was despite people living on the road sharing their own videos of meeting up with other roadies, the meetups don't happen all the time and it can get awfully lonely. While she has met some great people along her journey, what she saw online was not the full experience. She attempted meeting people through apps, but most of them are mostly into smoking and partying, something Sharp does not like to do. Well, that kind of
Wrong life for you, lady.
You don't want to be an adventurer and not do those things. That's not the vibe for me. It's not a perpetual party here on the road, she shared. The van looks dope. And I would vacation in a van, but to live in a van, I have 3 kids, which is
ridiculous. Looking back, it's like having 3 kids is probably one of the craziest things wifey and I have done. But living in a van would probably be a close second, man. Yeah. Would you strike me as somebody who would live in a van?
I tried to convince Fernanda a while ago when we first started like living together. Was like, we can either go the route of like struggling our asses off real hard and trying to buy a house, or buy a sick ass fucking motorhome. But nah, she's a traditional person.
Sharp has been living in a van for 3 years and truly believed it would be something she would do her whole life, but not anymore. I'm tired. It's not the small space. It's all the other things that go with it. You still have family issues, health issues, relationship, also life. Life still happens. Apparently she thought living in a van, the outside world wouldn't penetrate the van. I have a problem here. I'll just move to Saskatchewan.
Well, I figured she'd look at the boyfriend problems
There
real
she
fast.
is, Allison Sharp. I'm going to follow her. I want to see what it's all about. I want to see how many subscribers.
I have some friends that are like professional buskers, which is like people who go out and play shows kind of unannounced, like in public spaces. And most of the year they spend living in a van. Like they have a sick trick out, like sprinter van like that, and they love it.
Dude, they're pricey as fuck.
Yeah.
They're super duper expensive, man. They're like at least $125,000 for like one of these vans that you can live and go on the road on. What's like a
Or
motorhome?
you got to be like the drummer in the band, Half a Shipwreck. These guys, he's like a very handy man, so he kind of does everything himself. Like he built his own drum pedal. It's like sick as fuck. It's made out of like bike pedals, but he like
look at Barry. Barry gets lost in his musical stories.
I do. They're great, but they live in the van. They love it.
I think why not live in a motorhome?
It's just a small.
Why would you not just live in a motorhome? It's probably cheaper and it's more accommodating. It's a fucking motor home. It's not called a van home.
But can you make it into a motor house?
It's harder to park.
Remember Tom
Southern
Green?
California.
Yeah, he did that. And, during pandemic, he got a sick ass van. And
Did he really?
Yeah. I'm sure.
Dude, Tom Green is awkwardly funny. We went to one of his shows in San Francisco, like a comedy show, and it was everything you'd expect a Tom Green comedy show to be. It had all the props. It was part Carrot Top, and it was part like controversial shit. And I was like, oh, good. Funny as fuck. I would go back again. But damn, bro, would you live in a van, Mr. Brandon? Is it hard to review beers and breweries from a van?
The refrigeration's an issue. No.
Look at Tom Green.
Yeah, he did that.
Oh man, one huevo green they call him in the streets now. Charlie the Nah, that's not the life for me. Cece, you strike me as somebody also that would enjoy van life.
No, I wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
No.
You and Louise wouldn't hightail it.
Look
going
at that
down?
thing, though.
It's not a haunted
and
van.
No, I would never.
Yeah, that's why she wants to be haunted.
No, I wouldn't. No. I went around, which island was that? I think I was in Maui when I rented a van to live out of for like a week. And that was fine for a week. But, and I was like exploring and stuff like that. But no, I like my house. I like spreading out. I like my bed. I like my decorations. I like refrigeration. I like TV.
You love TV, huh?
I do. I love TV. It's like a new phenomenon too, just like soda. I've been drinking a lot of soda lately.
Have you really?
Mm-hmm.
What soda?
Gotta pay for
What
his
kind?
diet sodas because they're telling me the aspartame is bad.
That's the
Come
best part.
on. There's
The only
so
good
many
part.
things that I do that are probably terrible for me.
Owning a snake is probably at the top of that list.
Dude, she's getting so big.
Tell me when she's ready to turn into a belt. I got her.
Oh, no.
Siento
But-
piteado, ahí está listo.
But no, I would never live in a van.
We
That
don't
just
want-
feels, that just looks like it'd be uncomfortable. Also, I've slept in a van a lot.
Go ahead.
I'm sure there was a lot of sleeping going on.
There was. I am a lady. But anyways, it does get hot in there. And there's no privacy. Shut up. I won't go into it. Anyways.
Her van said free candy with the K out front. Free candy.
She has that sticker. If this van is a rockin', don't come a knocking.
Van Halen playing it.
It's a cool thing to have though when you're at a drive-in.
A van?
Yeah, like you with the build out with the bed inside there.
Okay.
Luis has a whole bed in the back of his van.
I
bet he
remember
does.
that's what you first met or something you guys said, and like in his van or what
Well,
happened?
that was like I felt like a line. We went to Bottle Rocket and we had known each other for years because he worked at Fall for so long. And he was like, "You should see my van," and I'm like, "Okay, bud." And he goes, "No, really,
Romance.
Like, you want to come check out my van?" And I go outside. It's like this shitty looking 1995 Astro that's like teal green. I'm like,
will
"Cool
not have
van,
any,
dude."
That's a classic.
Watch
I will
yourself.
not have any Astrovan blasphemy.
And
Rape van pics. What the hell?
What kind of accounts are you following, Casas?
Your algorithm.
Oh
dog.
my god, that's not even a van. It's a half motorhome. Look at that thing. All right.
That's the Houston Astros right there. Look at
Yeah.
Some people say our delivery van looks like a very uninviting van.
Jesus,
Look
dude.
at that
Look
thing.
at this thing.
that. What?
Someone inviting you to come in this thing?
Isn't that the vehicle from like
Dude, I'm surprised there's a page called Rape Van Pics. What the heck is going on?
Let's just unpackage that for a moment.
How is fucking Instagram not canceled that page?
How are they authenticating this?
Fuck.
How do they know?
Who knows, bro? Who knows? You have a van? You need one.
No, I'm good.
You're
safe.
good? TV. You talk about TV. TVs have become so inexpensive. I remember when plasma TVs
I just got a new one, a 65 inch.
Go ahead, girl.
410 bucks.
4 inches short.
What?
Yeah, for
I need a new TV.
65 inch.
Is it a smart TV?
Yes.
And what else is it?
It's just a big TV.
The transformer.
We bought this.
You can talk to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
it's
bought a
cool.
friend.
I bought a new friend. It's just
Tell it
me,
all
the
my
cats, and the
problems.
snake, and my TV.
What about this one, Cece? What about this one?
Yeah.
That would be BJ's van for sure.
That's pretty
Incidentally,
cool.
It would be a BJ van.
Incidentally, that is Luis's van. Hey, so how was Luis's van inside? Was it
What's that?
was it different than the outside?
Was
Did
it well
look
kept?
good or what?
Oh, inside was awesome. Like
Yeah?
he had a whole build out. He has drawers for like.
His
He even has like
surfboards.
areas for his surfboard.
carpet matched drapes.
There's lights in there.
Was there a water bed in there? That his van would
No, there's no water
One of
bed
those
in
circular
his
rotating
van.
beds?
No,
Hey.
but he did have like he had a van pizza and a van bottle of like whiskey. So he was like decked
Something
out
all
in there.
drivers should have.
But
You fell in love.
It was like no, and it really. No, if anything, I was like, what the fuck? And he was talking about living in that van back in the day. And I was like, cool, dude. Well, I got to go. In a nice van. Like,
The essentials.
have fun. He's like, we should go to a drive-in. And I was like, okay.
You said okay though. See, it
that's when it
worked.
changes.
As friends.
Oh, okay.
She definitely said that in a friend way. Okay.
Yeah, and I got super stoned and saw a very weird movie. And
2 years later, in love.
Oh,
Look at
2
you.
years.
How long has it been?
I don't know.
Wow. You can tell it's going really great. My
It's
best
been a
friend is just
long
over here
time.
suffering. You know what? I'm going to text him right now.
Luis is a good dude. I love Luis. I'm excited for
Hey,
him
man,
to
you
go
can
and
do
take
better.
over. Oh no.
We should all go give him a hug
talking
tonight
about?
at the Elwood.
Oh man, Caesar, you have a story.
I did, man. BJ's spirit animal came out.
Uh-oh.
Little Niñito, I'm sure everybody saw him, 4-year-old boy named Xavier, and he went on a epic little rant on TikTok because he wanted to be Mexican, according to him, because he eats quesadillas. So
That's
you can't
right.
blame him, yeah. So little dude was ranting and raving, millions of views. His mom posted the video, and as luck would have it, obviously went viral, but La Selección Nacional
Well,
saw
did you see
that.
the first video is dope. The one that you're going to show is awesome too, where they're 3 steps in. But the first video where the mom is legitimately having a one-on-one conversation.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
like, so why do you want to be Mexican? Because they have quesadillas. And it's like, dude, what was the ethnicity? Did she say some Ethiopian? Or
Yeah,
here we go.
Ethiopian.
Here we go. Let's see, we got the little bit about it. Look at this.
I want to be Mexican. Why do you want to be Mexican? Huh? Because I eat quesadillas. Quesadillas? Yeah. That's why you want to be. That's why you want to be Mexican. So you don't want to be from Africa anymore? No. Why not? Because I want to be Mexican.
I don't blame him, dog. Mexico's rad.
What make you want to be Mexican? You can't just be Mexican just because you eat quesadillas. Just because Nagasi is Mexican. Nagasi's Ethiopian too. He half Mexican.
Just like Shamps.
Yeah. That Nagasi guy, bro. His little homie Nagasi just causing drama. Nagasi is half Ethiopian and half Mexican, bro. So what happened after this video came out?
Yeah, so La Selección Nacional posted that, and they were like, help us find this kid, And so, like the internet does wonders. They met up with him, invited him and his mom to a hotel.
Oh, I heard that they found him because they put this outside.
The video was taken from that van.
It said free candy and on the back, for Mexicans.
Free quesadillas.
Yeah, man. So they hooked him up, man. He got to meet some of the team. They brought him his own kit, dog, full-on kit.
Well, that's probably the only reason that Mexico won the Gold Cup this last weekend, bro. Just because of that. Fuck, finally they win something, man. It's not easy being Mexican right now, bro. Right now in the news coming out is Mexican cartels are making a push for brothels and bars in Tijuas. I was under the impression that, some of these businesses were already kind of like involved or being pulled in that direction. But now more than ever, bro, think about it. Like
assassination attempts
on the
bar owners, you better watch out, CC. Fuck.
Watch out, CC.
7 miles from the border.
That's a hop, skip, and a jump. But yeah, so a lot of the dudes up here are getting worried because, you know, we have a lot of friends that venture down Tijuas and go to HK. Never been myself. Brandon, you ever been to HK? You familiar with this?
I don't believe
No?
you.
I went to,
Okay, here we go.
Hang on.
let me tell you.
He went to Chicago.
In my, no.
He went inside to save somebody, all right? His
No.
friend was just
Yeah.
lingering too long.
went to ask directions.
no.
Uber was
Yeah,
leaving,
right.
and he had to go get him.
He needed to know why they weren't going.
Not me, not my smarts, but I have a lot of friends that enjoy going down there, you know, and they're like part of the allure of going down there, not necessarily the brothel component, but just, you know, hanging out, getting cubetas and drinking and just doing your thing. It's almost like a landmark moment in a young man's life to go down to Pinche HK and be like, I went to HK. My landmark was I like to go gambling. So we would go to Caliente, the one right there in Plaza Amigo, and next door was Boleros. So at Boleros, obviously the young ladies would come over and they would moonlight as hostesses and people who worked at the Caliente. So we would get our bets in and then they would entice us, come on, come over next door and we're going to work right now. And I would never go because I was there to make bets and I would go home. I was a young man. I was a very young
full of shit.
A young gentleman.
I was a young man. But now our dudes are
And
getting
I was
scared.
praying to the Lord, and
we
then
went. Yeah,
I
we had a
called
good
my-
time. I wasn't married. I barely had a girlfriend back then probably. And it was like 18, 19 when you can go down there.
And you never went in.
No, I did. I'm telling you, when I was young, we would go, me and my partner, John Marshall. We were super
Way to
young.
pronounce John, full name.
Dude, we were
Unicorn.
17,
It's
the
'cause he's getting
unicorn.
nervous.
No, John Layton Marshall. We would go down there and we worked together and we would leave school in our senior year, like around, because we played sports. So they would let us go like right after lunch. So we dipped at lunch and go down to Tijuas and there would be a club called the Sunset or Cactus Grill or some shit like that. And for $10, you'd get 10 Dixie cups of whack-ass tequila. And then you'd get like 10 mini coronitas. And with $20, we just go down there and get on a sick one. Times are different now. Like you can't do that shit anymore. Those days are no longer there. More so now, because I guess there's more of a cartel involvement in these spots. So dudes that constantly go down to HK now, they're second guessing it. They're thinking I don't think Casas can go anymore. You know?
No more Pericasas
Nah, he's
moments.
good.
I'm the guy.
I'm the guy. All of a sudden, I'm the guy.
one to ride on.
Look at
Casas, it's called deflection.
Yeah.
He's like,
No.
yeah, Casas.
I say we all go. What? I say we all go. We go to
I'm
HK.
good.
We hang
Let's give
out.
away a 4-pack, huh?
We're gonna be giving away a gentleman's only 4-pack to
We should
LHK.
support local.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go anywhere,
Yeah, let's go to a local brothel.
Pacers.
Pacers isn't local, is it? What's the most local is a strip club to Chula Vista?
Elwood.
What was the one? What was the one by the Nature Center?
Who said Elwood? That's Caesar? Fucking weenie. There used to be a strip club here, but 7 Mile Casino.
Yeah.
I can't.
Eye candy. Who said that? Eye candy.
He said it in the eye candy. Eye candy.
Eye candy. Hey,
He's like,
eye candy.
what's
was
up, Destiny? I miss you.
Eye candy was
candy with a K, dog.
crazy. I went there. Did we go there for my bachelor party? I think we went there for my bachelor party.
Yeah.
And they weren't allowed to open strip clubs in Chula Vista. So I like kind of looked it up, and they opened it like as a comedy club. I don't know if you remember that shit. Like
They just
opened
weren't
it-
very funny.
Yeah, they were hilarious. It was fucking weird for Chula Vista to have one. I don't know if Chula Vista will have a strip club again, man. I'm
That's
surprised
weird.
we have breweries.
Yeah, I mean that was all kind of surprising because it was like
Really? Go
no
ahead.
like in high
Tell us
school.
more.
In high school, we used to just like rip through 3rd Avenue in the middle of the night. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was no issues,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
It was
just like-
tumbleweed.
Yeah, just-
Brandon, before 3rd Avenue was a desert town.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. There was the Vogue Theater on one side, on the north end of 3rd Avenue.
There's a Bank of America.
It's still there. And then on the south side of 3rd Avenue, as far as, well, and it
There's
goes all the way down to
Fuddruckers.
the border, but as far as La Bella is where we would go, and that was it.
That was
Those
it.
were the 2 landmarks on 3rd Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I spent the first quarter of my life in Chula Vista.
Look at this. Just until now it comes out. Just until all of a sudden, hey, I'm from Chula Vista too.
Yeah, see, that's why he knew.
Oh, wait.
Let's guys in.
Listen here, say, I'm from Chula Vista too.
But
We're
I
in
am,
Chula
man.
Vista.
Vista Square, Lauterbach, you heard?
Oh, you heard?
You heard?
Hey, so that dude just banged on us, dog. How old were you? From what ages?
Somebody.
From 0 to 13.
Nice, man.
We've been-
Memories?
Oh, geez, lots. Being shitty at Little League, going to Labella's after. And
They sponsored every team.
Yeah.
Balboa
hell
South does
yeah,
that now.
great. Sitting in the Vogue like all day.
Bro, Little known fact, Casas.
Sticky floors.
You'd pay $1.25 for a movie,
everything's-
and you would stick around for the second movie.
Yeah.
And then you would hide and probably stick around for the fucking third movie.
Wait, you had to hide?
Yeah,
I never did.
You couldn't stay longer in the movie. They would come by the ushers and kind of like, all right, go. I watched Boys in the Hood was my first movie. I went to watch solo there. I went to watch Boys in the Hood solo there. It's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah,
those were the memories. Berlin Wall was down there. Lobella was down there.
First docs.
Your first docs were there. Just
Always,
Java.
everybody.
Our band used to play at Just Java. Crazy times. Brings a tear to my eye. And now Cartel's doing their thing over there, bro. So they're
Wait, not on third.
not on third. Not on third.
Well, maybe. Oh, wait.
Ese güey, cállate la boca, bro. Cállate la boca. All right. What else you got, Barry? Anything fun and exciting for us in the world of Barry?
Shit, I already talked about the hats, but if you guys want to know something super fun and exciting, I'm going to do an Emo Brown discount because I forgot to say that shit. I'm going to sell these hats for $25 to normal people, but if you got that card and you make it clack, I'll give it to you for
$15.
$27.
Oh.
No, 20. 20 for that Emo Brown.
Nice. Fuck. All right.
Which still, to me, seems like a lot, but I did research. Like, I thought I was like,
No, get the Rossi.
dude, Rossi's over 60, but like, no, I looked up like, it's like average price of like hats at Lids. I was like, fuck.
Oh, no. Don't go to Lids.
Well, like, but just like anywhere, like online. I was
How
just
much
like,
CC do we sell them at the Elwood?
20.
20. And
Well,
they're
for the most expensive, and then 15 for the other ones.
because we have trucker hats, the mesh in the back. Pretty cool, man. But yeah, they don't cost too much to make. Some of these, like this hat, let me see. This hat,
That's a
I think
$25.
$25 hat.
these are handcrafted by a local artisan. So
There you go. So it's $175. Does merch attract you to a brewery, Brandon?
No.
Not at all.
Really?
Not
Not
in the
even
slightest.
No, but I rock that fall hat, just the plain old black with the red patch on top. I've worn that thing out. But yeah, I mean, I love it when they have something cool, but it's like,
That's
no,
not
just
you.
like can art doesn't make me want to buy it either.
Can art is bananas.
But it's great, but I can look at it on the shelf and walk away. Pretty great.
The collaboration, man. Like I feel like now more breweries, including ourselves, are reaching out to like influencers or high status celebrities, athletes. I feel like the collaboration is something that it's fairly new, and the state it is now. Is it a detriment or a positive thing for the brewery industry?
Collaboration? Mm-hmm. Oh, I think it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spreading the word,
For
getting
everyone,
it out
yeah.
there, introducing what people do. Like Joe Musgrove one is awesome because Joe Musgrove is a homegrown talent. He pitches for the Padres. He linked up with Resident Brewing and created the No Joe, and now it's like
Then he did Ashland, and I don't know why.
he did Ashland, right? Tell me about Ashland. Is that local or not local, or what's their deal?
Cody Bellinger did Ashland too.
Did he?
Anyways, let's keep going.
No, are they're a seltzer company.
They're a seltzer company.
They're a derivative of
They were linked to Harlan.
Skate or
Now
die, bro.
they're
Harlan.
not.
No? Okay.
But they were supposedly going to be sold like over a year ago to AB InBev. Didn't happen.
no.
No.
So what are they doing now? Making
A lot.
seltzer still?
They're just.
What do you think of the seltzer craze? Because I feel like that came and kind of dissipated and
I don't know. I think it's still out there.
Yeah?
I don't mind when it's like a craft brewery doing a seltzer that's interesting. Like, oh, I'm emulating a cocktail. I think it's like, okay, that's interesting. It's not like grape, orange.
damn, he just shit on my fucking
Yeah,
seltzer.
but
that's the number one.
I am not into seltzers. It's not my bag. But I had a taste of the Jarritos seltzer yesterday. Oh, that is so good.
What did they make?
They have, Jarritos, like they have the guayaba.
Mexican soda.
Yeah, the Mexican sodas. They have their own line of seltzers.
I had no idea.
And they are so
I didn't know that
good.
either.
Dude, my favorite
Had the
jarritos is the
pineapple.
Mandarin.
Yeah.
Like the Mandarin
That was
jarritos
at my
is the-
house yesterday too. Marty
Yeah?
was drinking them. Yeah, they're 2 for $6.
the seltzers are 2 for $6.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm into that shit.
Yeah.
Man.
As far as like
Not
San
get on
Diego,
2 for 6
It's definitely a beach drink.
as far as San Diego being like the beer capital, like there was like big companies, right, that try to mask themselves. Like that was happening, right?
Go
People
ahead.
like taking big companies would come in and try to kind of pretend that they're local.
Go ahead. Is that something that
Was that
happened,
something
Brandon?
that
Oh,
happened?
like
Quite a bit?
like
Yeah.
like what? Buy? Oh, okay.
10 barrel.
Remember, they
Yeah,
even had
10.
one called Small Town Brewing, and they
crazy.
did that root beer beer. Do you remember that?
God, I don't remember.
I don't remember
The
that
root
either.
beer.
I must be trying to forget.
Oh my
But yeah, let's say
god!
like beer. Let's say
Hard
10,
root
10
beer.
barrel,
Hard
right?
root beer.
They
10
like
barrel.
totally,
so 10 barrel
they
gets
totally
purchased by
pretended like
AB
that.
InBev. They come in there and
Yeah,
they're like, we're a
that's
local brewery because we're brewing beer locally. It's like, okay, well, technically, yes. But,
Oh, that's true. Okay,
but no, you're not
That's
a San
wild.
Diego
Those are
brand. And
fire.
But they had that.
It didn't work out too well either.
Ooh.
Which is kind of cool.
That's the thing. You can't fake it down
Yeah,
here,
fake the
man.
funk,
You
right?
can't
Yeah.
fake the funk. It'll only
Well, it
get you
helped that
so
the beer was
far.
awful.
The beer wasn't bad.
Yeah, like you go to 10 Barrel up in Bend and you'll get good small batch
Yeah.
beer from them, but that beer they made here was terrible.
Was it
so
too
garbage.
rushed? Was it quality? What was it? How do you make bad beer?
Well, it was just flimsy, flabby beer. It didn't check the boxes as far as what was available all around town. Like you go to Monkey Paw and get better beer than that easily, or you go down to like Half Door and have better beer. It was just, it didn't.
That's crazy.
I don't know. They were just cranking beer out. It was no big deal. I mean, when your big lead is the cucumber Berliner Weiss or whatever it is.
Oh, nice.
Like,
oh, you know exactly what you're doing. Look at
I mean, that was it. He nailed it. That's it.
That was the beer.
They were trying to hang their hat on that.
And they did for a little bit. And I remember all the breweries in the
it wins
neighboring
awards.
neighborhoods, they were up in arms. Monkey Paw was, oh my God, I remember them leading like.
wait, Scott was angry?
Half Door's dope. Who else is down there? Fuck, man. Downtown had the. I feel like they have a lot of representation in breweries, but not really.
Resident, Half Door.
Yeah. There's Resident, there's Half Door, there's Lost Abbey now.
East Village is down there.
Amplified?
They're
East
making
Village,
good beer out there. They have Naughty Brewing. They've got
Amplified is in PB.
yeah,
like
that spot's
Amplified.
turned over.
What's the next
Ale
hot
Tales
spot?
is down there.
What's the next hot spot for
Hotels is fantastic.
breweries in San
neighborhood
Diego?
or-
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Oceanside's completely saturated.
Is it the new North Park up there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is because it's walkable. I mean, a lot of it's walkable if
Yeah.
you go to a certain part. I really enjoy going there, and I like Craft Coast. I mean, Craft Coast.
Yeah,
is
they're
dope.
killing it,
Really good
man.
food. I mean,
The
really good
tacos.
food.
Yeah.
Taquitos,
It's
yeah.
like a pizza port model with Mexican food. Sign me up, dude. Where's this been all my life? Why did it take this long?
Pichi video there, bro.
Down in
Oof.
TJ, fool? That's where it's always been. All you gotta go is across the border.
He's
and
about to
you
tell us
grab
about the
it there.
tacos at Hong Kong.
Where
right
has this
now.
been a little more easily accessible in my life?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's hard to say. I mean, Imperial Beach keeps getting spots. But
Imperial
I don't
Beach is
know, you
hard.
can't really connect. It
Imperial
is
Beach
hard.
is a very hard market to get into because the community, well, the city council will not even allow you to operate if you don't have a restaurant that's in there. And the restaurant, it has to be 50-50 profit split, which is one of the biggest derailments for us. It's like, we're not opening a restaurant. We're opening a tasting room, and that's all we want to do. And we weren't really allowed to do that. So we quickly hightailed it at IB. It's a great spot.
Yeah.
It's there. It's IB. People want to go down there and have drinks. That's why I
Home
love
of
Pizza
Darren
Port.
Smith.
You know, I love going to Pizza Port down there. My kids love
make
going to
good
Pizza
beers,
Port
too.
and the one in OB because I have video games and you can shoot moose with a fucking gun. But,
Talking about that
you know,
thing.
and they have a great kale salad that Wifey fucking loves.
BJ's
But
backyard.
we can now have that here in IB. You know, and for me, it's just a lot easier. What else is in IB? Coronado, Hess. What's the deal with Hess? Break it down for us. Why do people really love to hate on Hess?
I kind of feel like it was
Cece's
probably
got
a
something to say.
mixture of going against COVID, a lot of COVID violations, but not only just doing that, but being very proud of it. I think it's just being so overt about certain political leanings, and not only that, but being like everybody else is wrong and you all suck, and I'm good and you suck. And it's like, okay, great. Well,
Also, like the gay pride thing that just happened has
Yeah.
been
What did they do?
pretty
What happened?
big.
What happened?
Well, every month I guess they have like art shows and whatever, and they like feature different themes of art shows, and they were gonna do a pride theme and then they
found out they were going to do a pride theme.
They found
had an
out
artist
that they were gonna-
selected, as I understand.
yeah,
it,
and then
right?
they had an artist who is a friend of mine and Lexi's, and they ended up writing her and letting her know that they're just not doing that thing and that they're not
Specifically
on
'cause
board
they
with
were-
it because it's pride.
Related. Wow.
Yeah, they don't want to have anything to do with that.
You'd think that would derail the business completely in San Diego.
Oh, believe it or not.
No?
Well, there's plenty of people who want to support that kind of thing. I mean, it's like, it just is what it is. But it also like kind of, I don't know, emboldens them to say, I don't have to change. I'm going to do what I want to do. But then it
That's crazy.
makes people not like them back. And
Yeah.
and that's everyone's prerogative.
But
so.
it has people talking about him too.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, they're always busy in IB. They're always busy.
A lot of people
in
don't
IB.
know
Oh
either.
no, for sure.
Yeah, people don't
for
look
sure.
into it.
This is like into the weeds of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
craft beer.
They have some
industry.
cool looking venues if you're just walking around. Like, I mean, for me,
Seaport Village.
what I always say is that I don't know the ideology of a business generally when I walk into it. It's just, do you have beer or an environment I want to walk into? It's like, oh, some of their places look really nice. Like, I think the North Park spot, that's a pretty cool catwalk into the spot.
Totally.
Yeah, especially
Everything's very
early on.
colorful.
100%.
IB is creative. The Seaport Village. I mean, Seaport Village one looks pretty nice. I mean,
They have like two
Seaport
down there,
freaking
right?
Village.
Caesar, am I tripping?
Yeah, they got
opened
two.
up, expanded.
But so you just walk in, especially if you're a tourist, you're like, I don't care. Oh, local brewery. Okay, cool.
And now they're
Let's do
opening
it.
up in
It's no
San
big
Pedro.
deal. It's just that
Where?
if you
San
find out you
Pedro.
might regret it, or you
In
might
LA?
not.
Yeah.
Jesus Lord, San
Yeah,
Pedro.
not too far from Brewery West. They're opening up their own little waterfront location.
They're
And are they distributed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have one in Walnut Creek, which is where Greg and Mike are from.
Yeah.
Up in the Bay Area.
I've met Greg.
Greg's fucking wonderful.
I've met Greg. Greg Hess he's
Greg.
the dude. You know, like he's really nice. I think he's in charge of their marketing and sales or just sales.
Sales.
Strictly sales. And yeah, anytime I met him, he's a real family guy. Really,
He's always
you know,
been really good to me. As
yeah,
well.
very caring, very like interested in what you're all about. And he was like, "Yeah, man, you can open a brewery, do it like this." And we're like, "Cool, this is in the onset."
You guys had your meetings there,
Yeah,
right?
this was in
Early
the
on.
onset when we were first learning. But then, yeah, guess there's another brother. And then I guess there's another brother. And that's the one where everything that's negative and kind of falls on him. And everyone's like,
He's the one
It's
that,
a shame.
He's the one that fires people. You're fired.
You're out of here. You're fired. No, and they've been established how long, Cece?
I don't care.
Like
Brandon?
20 years.
When did Hess come out?
Yeah.
10 years. I mean, when they're in
been a long time.
2013? Oh, maybe.
10,
Yeah.
maybe 11.
That's a
Because
long
they opened up as a
time.
Nano in Miramar, and then North Park was 2014.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to say it was like the 2021 was maybe their 10th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but yeah, and
There
all that
they
kind of-
are.
I try to push all that stuff aside because
How
honestly,
can you? Ugh.
Well, everybody deserves to be. If news occurs with a brewery, I will write about it, and I think it's weird. It's really weird to see because then people hammer me on social media and say, they're like, I don't like this brewery. How can you write about this brewery?
then you
It's
can
like,
never win,
It's
yeah.
just news. Like it occurred. I was like, I'm sorry. You probably don't like Russia, but somebody wrote about what they did, right? So like, I'm just writing what happened. It's more like
Journalism,
a
man.
running history of what is occurring in San Diego. But it's kind of a drag when people just get so upset. It's like, dude, I'm just telling you that this brewery is expanding.
People are very passionate about their breweries. People
Yeah.
are very passionate about the brands that they support, you know, for better or for worse. And yeah, I just always hear a bunch of like rumblings about them. And I'm really ignorant.
And they're not the only one.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
shoot.
there is. Go ahead. Rattle them off. Go ahead. Give me 3.
Yeah.
No, it was close.
I'm all. No.
Oh, what's
I'm
up,
just
CC?
kidding. No, nothing.
Nah,
Give me
it's
your chest.
it's a community, and in communities, you're either welcome or you're trying to get pushed out by them. So these guys, I feel like they've been on the outer skirts for a while.
Yeah.
Again, I remember that was one of the first breweries we would go to, and then you get to know what they're all about. You're like, oh shit, and then you make friends with the people at the brewery. You're like, dude, how do you still work? It's like, oh. It's a crazy web, man. It's I tip my cap to you, Brandon, because you're in all of them. You go in there, you report on them, you taste all the beers.
Well, not really. I'll be honest. I don't get around a lot because I'm single. I'm the only guy doing this for my business.
You're
And so-
married, but you're single.
Oh yes, yes.
Go ahead.
I'm big time married. 69 under.
Oh, we heard it.
over,
Yeah.
under.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Here we go. We don't want to know how it happened.
Hey,
Really sealed the deal.
watch your mouth, all right? Heather's one of the nicest humans
No,
you'll
I'm
ever
the
meet.
only one making this business go, and so I spend a lot of time at home, just like
The back end.
on it, communicating with people every day, and it's really great. I mean, it's nice to be able to carve time out to actually be down here with you, and it means a lot to me. One thing I would say, I'd just love to talk about it before we're like done. I don't know, but the only thing that probably bugs me about craft beer is how people are so passionate about it, right? How so many beer fans take it to a negative place.
Go
and
ahead.
I wish they didn't. It's just like, yeah, I know you like this brewery better than that brewery, you hate that brewery, whatever it is. I don't like that beer. I just wish that when I put articles out there and things like that it didn't become this negative discourse so often where people just like immediately just go, "Arr," it's like, just beer is a cool thing.
Welcome to the internet, Brandon. Let me introduce you. Let me show you around.
But it's just something, so it just seems like something that's people who aren't into beer would just say, you're kidding me. People are pissed off about it. It's like, yeah, but there's reasons to be. But I just wish that it went more positive more of the time because it is something that we all enjoy. That it gives us new friends. I mean, it's just this great sphere. And I feel like I worry that if we keep being negative so often within beer, that will be part of the reason why beer continues to decelerate. And it won't become something that we all love so much. That makes you want to open a brewery. That makes somebody want to write about it. I think we should be good stewards of this subculture that we enjoy so much. And so I know that there's a lot of people who say, "Well, I don't do that." Unfortunately, all we see is the loudest voices, right?
Right.
But
Vocal minority.
I don't know. Maybe that's too Pollyanna-ish. I don't know. But I just really love San Diego craft beer and craft beer in general. So I just, if I can leave anybody with one thought, it'd be great if you just take a second and just chill for a second. Do I really need to post that? I'm just going to go subscribe to San Diego Beer News' free email newsletter.
There it is. That's a more constructive way to do it. Keep fighting the good fight, Brandon. You're doing your thing. You are reporting news as it happens. You know, we're here. Whatever you need from us in the South Bay. I know you don't like to come down here very often, even though you're from here. We're doing shit down here. You know,
you dropped
we're
your set
celebrating.
on us, dog.
Yeah, he did. What Lauterbach?
He said
what is it
yard.
called? Lauterbach.
Elementary.
Lauterbach, you heard?
Get it, dog. Where's that? Casas, where's that at?
I don't know.
That's right.
It's pretty
That's
far
right.
south.
Jesus. Well,
Hey, I have something real quick.
south.
go ahead. Do your thing.
You've been. I just reminded me because you were talking about going to TJ for the. Where'd you go to?
Hong Kong?
No, to the races.
Okay.
We should do. We should go to the. We're gonna have the horse races here coming up soon.
Oh, you want to go?
Let's go. Let's log it.
Hey, we
All of
did
us.
that last year, right, Cece? We went to the Del Mar racetrack.
no one invited me,
Took the
but-
squad.
I got a.
It was fun. I had a really good day that day. We got a limo.
Gaza's butthurt. You didn't invite him. He said.
Especially now that he heard you got a
doesn't work
limo.
for
What
me.
the fuck?
Casas,
I
it's
don't
a-
work for.
It's a running theme about her not inviting. I gotta hook up with the Toros now.
You do? You have a plug with the Toros? Do you go to TJ often? Do you explore the neighbor to the south with us?
I used to.
Okay. What happened? They took away your visa?
Nowadays-
What happened?
Nowadays, my wife's just not way into it. She just says, you know what, let's wait until it's safer before you do too much exploring
She's
down there.
wonderful.
Yeah, so it's not.
You have a good one, man.
To be,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, okay.
it's pretty safe.
But I want to go down there with Ryan Brooks in particular.
Oh, it's not
like,
safe. It's
shit,
not
dog.
safe.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think you wanted to stay safe, dog. What are you doing?
Look, going to Tijuas is super safe if you stick to what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, don't
Mind
venture
your
off
own.
where you're going, Cece. You're going to go have
Yeah,
tacos.
Cis.
You're going to fucking El Mercado Hidalgo to pick up a piñata for your son, bro. That's fine. Go handle your business. Go Tacos El Frank. Go hang out. Go do what you got to do. But yeah, you don't want to deviate from your plan because sometimes things do get a little crazy. But that's here. That's here in San Diego.
Yep.
That's in LA. That's in Houston.
So no third,
That's
third destination.
No, yeah, just okay, we're going here, we're going there, boom, boom, boom. That's a wrap. You know, just if you're doing good
And just
things,
lay low. Like if
Yeah.
you see federales, like you know.
don't play Chalino Sanchez in your BMW with your windows down on a sick one, coming back from Puerto Nuevo, and expect to get away and not ticketed or jailed with $4 in
sick one,
change in
dog.
your pocket and a watch. Only I can do that. But no, it's dangerous down there in that respect. Like if you fuck around, you'll find out. It's one of those. It's one of those towns where if you fuck around, you'll find out. Casas ain't saying shit because he spent his fair share of nights in Tijuas jails. It's all right, bro.
No, I mean I was born there. So.
Oh, that sounds like a Johnny Cash song.
That's my hometown.
There, dog. Is it really, dude?
Yeah.
Fuck, good on
Tijuana.
you, bro. Tijuana. What part?
So 10
Jail, he
so I
said
was
it.
10 years old. Por la Chapa.
Por la Chavo. Damn.
Chapultepec.
Stay careful, fool. Brandon Hernandez, thank you very much. Go to TJ, bro. Don't worry about TJ. TJ ain't gonna do nothing. You get your tacos. Enjoy yourself. Go visit Ryan Brooks. Thank you for coming down here, spending some time with us here in Chula Vista, Emo Brown headquarters.
My pleasure.
I got some pisto for you. I got some cans. I got some what is this, glassware for you? Almost broke it. Got some glassware.
trying to prove it?
Be expecting a nice little printout from Mr. Brandon in the near future about 3Punk. Let's go. Any final words, sir?
Just that it's great to be here. It's great to kind of come home and especially spend time with you guys because you're pretty rad. I love what you do. I really love what you do with the foundation. So keep up. I would love to write an article about the foundation for San Diego Beer News. So
Ooh,
I'm
look
just
at that.
putting that out there again.
You did invite us out to the award show, and then we just went through a weird time.
Let me introduce you to
no
our
worries, no
CMO,
worries.
Cesar Torres. Caesar
yeah.
is our CMO, and he's in charge of all of those things.
Hey, the good thing about what you guys do though is not going anywhere.
Yeah, I
so
won't
it's
fucking-
cool. And like,
Okay, well,
the
yeah, I
more
have
time
breaking
goes by,
news.
the more we can talk about what you've done and what you've
Yeah.
accomplished. But I really, it's cool. It's super cool. And man, those people with the wrong phone number must have been stoked.
Oh yeah, fuck, dude. It was
Christian Profe Moreno.
That was. Hey, one of the dudes worked with me, and he was telling me all about it. Another dude was blowing up Prof's text. I don't know who the third person is, but just with those two interactions and the screenshots we got, we're like, we got to take care of this ASAP, man. This is a costly mistake, but it's one that needs to be corrected. Integrity and just doing the right
I think
thing.
you handled it great.
Yeah,
and
I
they
feel
must
we
have said,
did.
hey, I didn't get it,
Yeah.
but this is pretty awesome. All right.
Something is better than nothing, especially putting them through the roller coaster of emotions of feeling like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I got it, and then like, oh no, psych, mistake. It's like,
And
okay,
you
well,
can't
at
even
least-
say, well, just come by for some free.
yeah. Mistakes happen, Cece.
We taught them a life lesson.
It is definitely a life lesson. Barry, thanks for showing up. I feel like you said this week than you did last week. Well done. Well done.
I waited to smoke until the end. That's why.
Casas, another epic show. Thank you, brother.
All right, let's do it.